right?
I think he went 1 to 5. Yeah, he did.
We're live, guys.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yo, about to slay my education on. Okay.
Oh,
No,
brother.
okay, so, like, you literally counted from like 5 to.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know anyone.
Yeah, that was so.
I found out how stupid it sounded.
That was some fucking basket weaving.
Hey, bro, we here. We're just trying to help you out from doing.
Michaela, go suck a dick. Leave me alone.
Oh no!
I gotta.
We've already started.
Okay.
Basket weaving.
All right, guys. This is a RNVP Real Nerd Variety Podcast, episode 2. Jake here, back again. Everybody else, how y'all doing? That first episode was great.
I'm good, thank you.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Introduce yourselves.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every episode, bro.
I mean, yeah.
All right. So, but no. So this one, okay. So like we talked about last episode. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the game portion because we weren't expecting the anime portion to be this high. We were expecting us to talk that much about the anime portion.
R.I.P. Bleach and Naruto's career, by the way. My goodness.
No, they did that to themselves. They did that to themselves.
They got mobile games, bro. They good.
Yeah, they make that go out for no reason. So
Brave Souls be taking my friends' money like nobody's business.
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah. So again, my name's Vincent. I've been told to introduce my gamer tag as well, since this is a gaming portion. So I'm Fatboy27. You may or may not have seen me because I plowed your. I owned you in Halo or Call of Duty multiple times before. Yeah, that's me.
All right, it's J Ron again, but like I said, as long as I'm playing this Spider-Man, it's your friendly neighborhood J Ron.
Ebe.
Oh
It's been
goodness.
24 hours. He's still playing it.
Exactly.
No, that's our other boy, but that's another story.
That's the other.
Oh.
Yeah. You think I'm playing Spider-Man too? but don't.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
This man's a,
Heavy Mist. It's my Twitter. Again, if you want to follow me, beware. That's all I gotta say.
He already warned you in episode 1. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess that leaves me then. BK underscore. Well,
Understatement.
Underscore basket weaving.
I was gonna say something else, but I think I'd probably be in trouble if I said that.
No hard R's, please.
But I am a hard R though, fam.
Oh, yo.
It's all I am, bro.
So, yo, BK, you good?
Hello? Is he good?
I think he died.
Oh,
I don't mean like in the chat. I think he died in Fortnite.
oh, tragic.
Whoops.
I mean, he should be used to that. He dies anyway, all the time, anyways.
But okay. So, I think everybody's got our introductions. One of us may have slipped away into Eden Zero. They may never come back.
We'll see.
One slipped into the Spaghetti Star.
Oh
Yeah,
no! Why you do this? Why you do this, Daquan? Why you do?
I'm actually happy. Speaking of, this is a good segue into some gaming. I'm happy they didn't use Meta Cooler. They just used a regular freaking cooler.
Oh yeah, because you play
Fighters.
what's called Fighters? Yeah, that's right.
They used regular cooler. Thank you. And they gave him a DP in the air. Woo!
Oof.
Super dash at me.
So is that something that you're playing right now?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm playing that. I'm playing Guilty Gear. Playing Under Night. Playing just. What else am I playing?
Yo,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. That shit is so fun.
Is it really? I heard good things about it.
Ooh, that shit is so fun. And the best part, it's like a big old F you to Konami because they're not putting out no new games.
Really?
Because they put all the cards on there.
Uh-huh.
They update it, constantly update it. So, it's so easy to search cards.
Wait, is it free?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
gonna
go to
have to
their
get on
Discord.
I might have to get on that then.
Yo, just go to their Discord, bro.
Yeah.
They have all the instructions for everything. And then just make your deck. You can also change the rules so that you can build a deck for the specific ban list.
Oh, so you're saying like, you can go back to different times when the different ban lists were in effect and so on.
Like a 2017 ban list.
Yeah.
You could do a current one. You could do OCG. You can do nothing banned, like period nothing banned, and
Yeah.
just make the most broken ass decks you could possibly think of.
That's just
But
cancer for you.
It's crazy. But that game's great. And the people who make support them. I don't know how, but support them. They're great. Go on their Discord. Find them. There's Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro.
Yeah.
That shit's hot. That's a hot ass game right there. But yeah.
So, in case if people don't know, I think Miss, you said that you are more of a fighter and
RPG.
RPG, yeah. So like for me,
Mhm.
I am more RPG and FPS orientated, and I know Duran is racing and FPS as well.
Yeah.
I think he's into some fighting too.
He's definitely into fighting too, because I think he's into 3D fighters more.
Oh,
Tekken,
okay.
DOA.
Yeah.
Tekken, DOA, shit like that.
Yeah, I know that. What you call it? JT's hot trash. And he doesn't have a console, so
Whoops.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Like, let's tell everybody what consoles we have and like what you're playing on, and I'll tell y'all while I'm not on a console right now.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. But so the three of us, me, BK Blaze, Duran, and myself are on. Miss, you're on
Yeah,
PS4 as well, right?
I'm on
Yeah.
PS4.
Yeah. So we stay. Well, let me. I shouldn't say we stay away from Xbox, but the issue is the types of games I play is just better invested on a PS4.
Mm.
That's just the thing.
There's no Weeb games that I can play on there. Real shit. 'Cause
Exactly.
I had a 360 prior,
Yeah.
and 360 that was I bought everything on the 360.
Yeah.
Everything. Then Japan was like, well, we realize you Americans are making some dough off of us with these Weeb games.
Yep.
No more. No more.
Exactly.
But cause what else I got? I got the Switch. Switch got some good games.
Yes, I've been meaning to
Bro.
invest into a Switch. I just am very poor.
Mm.
And as soon as I get these paychecks coming in, that's my first investment.
Because when I had my last job, I basically bought whatever I wanted. The Switch, because it was funny because I bought a Switch. My girl bought me a Switch, so we both had a damn Switch, bro. That shit is ridiculous. Son.
Exactly.
Xenoblade.
So know this, people. If he got a Switch and his girl got him a Switch, that means you need to get a Switch.
Basically, propaganda.
We're not being paid by Nintendo. I would like to, but free propaganda for them though. Get a Switch.
They may not like me that much.
I mean, they don't like
too many F-bombs and hard R's.
But I live for the F. Oh my goodness, I live for the hard R's though. so I'm like playing that right now, and I just see exactly FPS, but what you call it? What was I saying? What were we saying?
So I was talking about the Switch, right? Switch has some good games. It had of obviously Zelda, Mario, Xenoblade. Their indie market is surprisingly good. What was it? Hollow Knight?
Oh man, yeah.
Hollow Knight's good.
There's another one. It's called Wizards or something like that. It's like something to do with magic stuff. I know one of our buddies, Luis, was telling me about it, and I actually wanted to get it for my PC. I'm also on PC, guys. I play League of Legends, and I'm hot trash. I know. I'm not proud of myself either, but
I think on PC I kind of just play some of the same stuff I play. I'll play Guilty Gear. I'll play what else? What else I got? I also torrent a lot of my games, so I'm about to start playing Zone of the Enders again because I haven't played that game in a freaking hot ass minute, and I need to play that shit again.
Yeah.
I used to play Blade and Soul, bro.
That
game sucked the life out of me.
To be fair, what games haven't sucked the life out of me?
No, this freaking game, because it's been a while since I played an MMO.
Yeah.
Where it had a good PvP. And the shit about it is that I hate I want to fight other people. I want to beat somebody's ass. That's the fighting game, the game person in me. I gotta fuck you up. Whoops.
Yeah.
But it's it's hard to not want to find a game with some good PvP.
Yeah.
That game has good PvP. Problem is, it's boring as all hell to
Yeah.
get to the point where, in the story at least, where you're done playing the story.
Yeah.
That shit for me is just no. That's
Yeah.
a no go. It sucks too much of my life right now.
Yeah.
So I can't mess with it.
So in case of you guys haven't really noticed, we are trying to stay away from dropping the F-bomb too much on this channel because we would like to stay somewhat family oriented for the most part.
For the most part.
But you know, if you catch one of us dropping here and there, just F for respects, just drop in the comments. I always love those as oh my god, what the hell is this guy doing? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, he's getting, he playing
from my point of view, it's not like I just skipped this generation. I mean, I had an Xbox One.
Then you give it away.
And then I gave it away to my little cousin because I'm a jaded Xbox fan. And they didn't provide me with anything that I needed for it. It became a gigantic paperweight.
But they gave you some dust.
Oh, it did. It gave me some rust, some dust, some tears, some frustration.
What about what was that game that started with an R? It was like Recode something, something. Let me look it up. Recore. You got that laggy piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't buy that. I didn't buy Rise. I didn't buy Sea of Thieves. Well, I got rid of it before Sea of
Why
Thieves.
would you buy Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
But I think the games that I really did enjoy playing on there was FIFA and Witcher. That's like really it. I put in like 200 hours in Witcher.
I just never understood sports games like that.
Oh, FIFA?
Well, no, sports games in general. Like, no disrespect to it. It's just my thing is if I want to play sports.
Y'all know how y'all get off on PvP? Like, sports games are the ultimate PvP.
Well, no. I'm just saying, but like, if I was gonna play a game that's based about basketball or football, I would go out and play the actual game.
I do, but
and I'm not saying that people don't, but I'm just saying like I just that's how I enjoy that game, so to say. Not saying there's anything wrong with it. That's just my personal opinion. Just how I am about that.
Right. Far as gaming's concerned, I'm kind of glad I'm missing this generation, quote unquote, because I'm excited for the next gen.
Oh shoot, there's an Ogle there.
The next gen.
The next gen.
My dude.
We're already talking about the next gen console.
Bruh, you're gonna be talking about the next gen when the next gen come out. Yeah. They're gonna disappoint you. Okay. I'm being real here. The thing is that it's like when you get a new phone, you already know somebody else is gonna come out and be like, man, I got a newer phone with newer crap on it.
Yep.
And that it's my problem is that, these companies, when it comes to these consoles, the idea of getting a console was for an economic reason. You got it because you know what? I can't afford to get a PC, a gaming PC. I can't afford to get games on here and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly. Yep.
They're defeating the purpose the more and more they come out with a new generation.
Hey, they back.
Okay, they're back.
Not quite. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, we're on our phone because Comcast sucks. Let y'all know.
Oh, y'all both had Comcast?
Remember?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
We don't know.
It just went out. Comcast went out, and I went on my phone. It said there's an outage in my area. So.
No, that happens. It's happened to me a lot more often than it should.
Right? What are the odds?
What I'm paying them for, but
I'm surprised I'm still up because I have my server going.
Yo, Jaron and
no, remember Comcast? They have like sectors of cable of their internet and such.
How's it sound though?
That sound good.
Yeah, that
sounds decent. I mean, I can hear y'all. Hey, I want y'all to tell everybody what systems y'all got.
But I already did though. So.
Oh, you did? Okay, let me tell you why Michaela's wrong.
Whoa, wait.
Please, I want to hear.
Whoa, we just got back in the call and already
this man just said why he's wrong.
I want to hear. I'm very interested.
Yeah, I think that I can finally say what I have to say. So this is gonna be a rant. I've been saving this. I think it's really, really crazy for all of us to have these really short expectations when we know technology is getting closer and closer to PC. Like, we know gaming. Like, we know this, guys. Like, we know AMD has been making...
Time out. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Basically, I said that I feel as though consoles are slowly defeating their purpose by becoming more and more expensive because their purpose was to be economical.
Oh no, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
No. I agree with that, dude. I'm disagree with your point of I shouldn't be excited for the generation, and I'm about to tell you why.
Okay.
When you like I'm about to send out a whole bunch of shots towards people that y'all probably don't know or do know. So like let me just rock out.
More character.
A lot of these YouTubers,
Whoops.
these gaming YouTubers, don't know what they're talking about.
Ooh, see, I wouldn't go that far. Now, I wouldn't go to say that they've got the wrong perspective of things.
No, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't research, Vincent. They don't read, Vincent. They don't have reading comprehension, Vincent. They don't have critical thinking skills, Vincent.
But there's that one dude that looks at articles and reads them over to other people. What about him?
Yeah,
that dude's just lazy. Like if you can't, okay. this is what I'm about to say. Like you can just like literally go and know that, like AMD has been making this architecture for dang near 10 years for the two major console makers on the planet. Nvidia is making the architecture for Nintendo. The reason why I say people should be excited is for the reason that things are getting PC-like. So now developers have a platform, which is an industry standard, which is across the board. All the developers have asked them to do is to make it more powerful and put more cores and more threads in the CPU so we can do better stuff with the game. Okay, let me just finish. It's not going to make it expensive because they have already mapped this stuff out for the long run. Like AMD, it's leaked that AMD is working exclusively with Sony to put in Navi architecture. So like if you know anything about Ryzen chips, they came out with the Vega GPU and they came out with the Ryzen CPU. Those are for PC, right? PC hardwares. If you know how gaming console architecture works, it's called an APU. An APU is basically an applied processing unit, which basically means you have your graphical processing unit and your CPU, your central processing unit on one chip. They're making a special one specifically for Sony, and that's called Navi. Microsoft's not going to have that in their box. They're going to have Vega chips. So, and it's going to be cost effective. Like they're waiting out this generation. I think somebody said this the other day that if Sony and Microsoft could wait a couple of more years, they would.
Yeah,
they would.
Well, of course they would.
So by 2020, 2021, I don't expect these consoles to be $700. I think that's crazy. But if they are $500, I think that's right around the case because AMD stands to make.
All right, my internet's back up, so I'm having on my laptop again.
Oh, it is?
Okay.
Bad. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'll just keep going, guys.
Yeah.
Good. Keep going.
I'll switch.
Also, I'm not close to done, and like dudes really be out here saying, like, not you, Michaela. It's not like to really send a shot at you, right? Because
you
have a type of perspective I can respect. It's just dudes be like, man, all these the next gen just gonna be a little bit more power, but do you know what that power actually does? And that's why I don't like these YouTubers. Like they don't think, like they're all surface level. Like, do you understand what more processing power will do for gaming?
But that's the thing is that I don't think that in terms of strength. I don't think that's the problem. It's not about them.
No, but you can't say that because the developers literally said, dude, if we had more, like they said the wonders that these developers do with a GPU is amazing. Like the way console gaming is going is they want to make everything they want to make it a two-tier system. So basically how it used to run is like the CPU would help the GPU graphically process stuff, right? They want it to be like the GPU handles the graphical stuff, the CPU handles all the background stuff to render the game, right? Mm-hmm. So what they're asking for is just more cores and more power. And from the Ryzen, if you just give them a 30 to 40% increase, dude, we're talking about, like, look at God of War, for example. Look at the boss battles in God of War and look at how much it will help if the AI was a lot smarter.
But see,
if the AI was more competitive. if there were more things on the screen to do. Like it just makes your game like you can artistically achieve the vision that you set out for, and I'm excited to see that. I don't know how that's going to hurt the consumer. As far as price is concerned, I don't think these boxes are going to be that expensive, and if they are, I'm going to be the person that's going to probably have to burst y'all bubbles. I mean, dude, it's literally what's happening with phones. We don't have to like it. We don't have to enjoy it.
But that's the thing is that here's the difference when it comes to phones and when it comes to consoles and when
they're necessities. I understand that.
Yeah,
it's not about it necessarily being a necessity. I can get a cheap phone and have it do what I want it to do for the time being that I have it. I can get a $50 or $100 phone.
Prime example,
I don't need a $500, $800 phone, right? When it comes to a console, when it comes to choosing between should I get a console, should I get a PC, your main priority is what games do I want the most. I think that's generally what people should be thinking. What games am I gonna enjoy the most? Not I need to be loyal to this company because they may not be giving you the stuff that you want. Now, again, like for example, Xbox One X, right? $500 when it came out, right? I think it was around right. $500.
It's $500 now.
It's $500 now.
It's still 500. Yeah, it's still 500.
Still 500. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay. It's not just about paying the $500. They make money in other ways off of that box. Okay. You don't just pay the first time and then you don't touch it anymore. That's not the case. When you get a PC, I spent $1,100, $1,200 on this. Okay. Now, I'm not going to have to worry about whatever you guys do for the next 2 generations. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not. Yeah. But you, as somebody who's on your console, okay, you have to not only pay the $500 flat, you have to pay the $50 every year. $60 every year now. I forgot. Then Microsoft and Sony did that stupid crap. Yep. You got to pay that. Plus, that's just to play the games you want at full capacity. When I buy my game, the $60 game, whether it's got DLC, let's say it doesn't have DLC. I buy my $60 game, I don't have to pay to play online plus that to play the game at full capacity.
Right.
You do. That's what I mean. If you're paying $600 for the next generation of console, you're still paying money to play the game online on top of that.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, we brought this on ourselves, though.
100%, because you let it happen with the dollar, because that's the problem. Now, they don't do that for PC. They don't make you pay an extra thing on PC on Steam. Steam doesn't have
you know why they don't make you pay?
Why?
Because they already tried. And PC said,
they did, and they didn't. And
so they had to get rid of it.
Yeah. Yep. They used their dollar and they said no.
I honestly think that that's going to end up changing, guys. Like I know that sounds crazy, but that might
so they're gonna lock the menu. It's not dying.
It's a commodification, like y'all just told me about shown in the last episode. That's all about the dollar. Let me tell you something, man. They are not afraid to make money. And see, this is where I'm cynical. I'm not cynical when it comes to anime. I am very cynical when it comes to the gaming industry because it's money. Like the next gen. We're going to pay more for gaming because you know what? Consumers, albeit I think they were right, asked for better graphics and things to run smoother. No. And they asked for 60 frames per second. And they asked for a 1080p baseline for their games. And honestly, I think with the technology available, that should have already been achieved. But that means people...
And
but y'all keep saying no. But see, that's my problem. Y'all keep saying no, but you ask for it. You paid your money. No, you subscribe to it. Y'all all like John, you have a pro, right?
I do have a pro.
Dude, why do you think they made that console?
To stream 4K. Not to play games at 4K. It's for you to stream 4K.
You need to, John, do you honestly think Sony spent billions upon billions upon billions upon billions of dollars of R&D for a console that they want y'all to play games on, so they can use their super sampling and checkerboarding for streaming 4K? That is a thing to help sell it, but it is there.
No, that's what they promised.
That's what
they promised. The thing is, I don't care what I can't say what they doing in the background of running their company. Yes, it makes sense.
I can just tell you.
No. Let me talk. They made the console so they could test so they can make 4K games. Sure, that's fine. But they didn't tell me that. So at that point, that's just speculation.
Ron, do you
Sony?
Somebody
let me talk. Sony said we making this box to give you streaming in 4K. Because look, they didn't say
that's not why they made it. I can tell you that now. It's not.
Look,
it's not.
They didn't even put a 4K Blu-ray in the console.
Because they wanted to sell it at a competitive price.
The point is, they're trying to see how much you're willing to pay for it. If nobody bought it,
4K Blu-ray in there because they didn't want to kill off their 4K Blu-ray players because the 4K Blu-ray players are the hottest selling 4K Blu-ray players. So if they put it in the PS4 Pro, it would kill off that market. They want to make that money on their. They want you to buy both. That's why they didn't put the 4K Blu-ray in there.
They're testing their consumer base as to how they react to when they up the price of another console.
Yes,
that's true.
Exactly.
But guess what? It already came out the stats. Every one Pro is sold every like 5 or 6 regular PS4s. Their regular PS4 is still the reason why they're the best selling.
Look at the price difference between them.
$100, man, big difference.
That don't what I'm saying. So these next generation consoles, Jake is saying they could come out at 600. I don't think they are because if they look at their data, they see, people buy the cheaper console, even though you can have a Pro and you get 4K. People will take the 1080p for the cheaper price because that's what console gaming has always been.
Yeah.
My problem is that these console gamers want to be PC gamers, and you need to go get a PC if you want to be a PC gamer. Yeah. Console gaming has always been, I don't have to worry about my game works because PC, sometimes the game just doesn't work because it's a PC problem. That's what happens. They don't want to have to worry about that. They just want to pop the disc in the system
and go
and play for the cheapest price possible.
Yeah.
And so even then, you're not even getting their games at the cheapest price anymore. You have to go on their eShop or at GameStop or at Best Buy to get your game. But when it comes to the marketplace, even if I want to support the people that I'm trying to get games from, Steam is more or not likely or not going to have a sale that's better than the sales that these other people have. And this is not saying that the PC gaming world is better than the console gaming world. The point is that you, as a console gamer, are not saving money as a console gamer. You're not.
Yeah.
You are getting nickeled and dimed as a console gamer now because you have to pay for the subscription, the game. Oh, a new console came out. They're not just going to add. It's not like when you have a PC. Oh, I'm just going to spend $100 and change one part, and now I can play this game. You have to buy an entirely new piece of machinery.
Just so you can play one game.
Just so you can play one game again. Yeah. What the hell is that?
Guys, y'all, I understand all of that.
Okay.
I understand y'all are complaining about this. But again, I am the type of person, and I think everybody knows this. If you brought it on yourself and then you complain about it, I hate that. I literally hate that.
Of course.
As consumers have, like, Jerron, you love your 4K TV. If I was to break into your house, steal a similar looking TV with a 1080p TV, you would come beat me down.
Well, yes, I would.
That's a necessity, right?
It wouldn't be because my TV is 4K and with a 1080p. It would be for the fact that you broke in my house and stole it. The 4K has nothing to do with it at that point.
Well, no, because
it's the same concept, though. It's the same concept. That is something that technically you can just use your laptop to watch stuff. You don't need a 4K TV.
I don't.
Get it right. You get it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the standards for stuff go up. Do you know how many people were mad they had to change out their analog TVs when the digital age came? No. And then after a year, people found out, oh, this is the benefit. The bandwidth is bigger. Yes, guys. Things get better. And it comes with a price. And I don't understand why we're mad about that when we want technology to flourish. You have to pay for it. I am so sorry that's going to happen in our generation. But guys, like I am tired. Like I really am tired of people complaining about this. I really, really am, because it doesn't make sense, because you're gonna complain about it for like a little bit and then love it, and then it's gonna be like, dog, that was just a waste of breath. Why?
Are we gonna love it?
Just bask in it.
tired?
Yes. No, it's like, Jerron, you really gonna be mad if every game 4K 60 frames? That's a first. That's not a first world problem.
How much am I paying for that though? That's the question.
But chill with the 60 frame shit. Because games, Madden isn't even 60 frames.
Right, no, it's not. But they want to make it that way.
Oh, they want to.
Yes,
but they want you to buy another console before they do that.
I'm telling you why they want to make it that way. If you have ESPN, okay, you have Madden investing into esports. They've already said, what is the target frame rate everybody wants?
60 frames.
Okay. Guys, I'm just dog. Do y'all not see this? This is just written on this.
But it's obvious, and I get that.
4 years,
I gotta wait 4 years to do something that I can do right now.
Right now, yeah,
dude,
that's the problem. And I can do it cheaper now than inflation will be later.
So let me ask you a question. So why do we have all this energy for people like Microsoft and Sony who want to get closer to PC, but we don't have any energy for PC companies like Nvidia, who make $1,200 graphics cards? Oh, it got real quiet.
The reason why they don't do it is because there's a dedicated marketplace.
And you don't think there's going to be a dedicated marketplace for consoles?
But that's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is that as a consumer, okay, there are people who are not going to make the better decision for their dollar to be loyal to companies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the idea. And the thing is that you know that these companies are going to work for them. Why wouldn't they? Because they know that they would step into a market where they have more of a guaranteed audience, whereas PC, in terms of an audience, is not as guaranteed, because with the PC audience, you have more people who are able to choose every individual part that goes into their machine. I have 5 different companies in my shit. Okay. But if that was a different case, if this was a different thing where I had somebody build it for me, they may have made it all one brand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I understand that. I'm just saying, man, like we want to keep game. Like, I don't understand people's need to keep both of these things separate, when honestly, if everybody were just to pay, like, I know this sounds crazy, but I think this is where everything is going. Like, this is probably going to be a future conversation, but I think where everything is going is that everybody wants to make an all-in-one box. Like, there was a lawsuit. I think I told somebody this like 2 years ago, but Apple, Google, Amazon are suing, right? Well, they're not suing, but they want to pursue and get in the bed with these content makers and these cable companies to make all-in-one boxes, to make their cable boxes and to put subscriptions and make them more powerful. So what in my head, I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to have an all-in-one box that's going to probably be $600 to $800. Hear me out. That you can do your 4K 1080p gaming. You'll have access to online, and you can stream everything off of there, and then you can watch TV off of it.
And they're going to allow you to do that again for $600. And this is going to be a one-size-fits-all console that, for whatever reason, they're not going to have an online subscription for. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the first problem that I have.
Right.
My game is effectively not 100% when I buy it.
So let me ask you a question: would everybody be in the group chat be okay if these consoles are $600, but that built-in cost pays for your online?
Was gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Realistically,
that's a one-time.
Realistically, they're not going to do it.
They're not going to do it like that.
There's no way, because
there's so much money off the line from them. And if I was a business owner, I would never do that.
Yeah, that's literally the problem with Microsoft, because everybody talking about right now, because to play Fortnite on PS4, it's free, so you play for free. But Xbox is unlocked under the paywall, and they're like, why is Xbox not changing it? And the reason why Xbox not changing it is, one, nobody on the Xbox side is really complaining about it.
Yep.
2, they make so much money off Xbox Live that It doesn't even matter. Think about their revenue for this year, and then think about their Xbox One sales. Their Xbox One sales haven't been hitting top one in NPD. Okay, they haven't been number one in NPD since 2016.
And here's another thing.
They're still making profit. Why? Because Game Pass and Xbox Live. Because everybody still has to buy it. Why do you think Sony went to a paywall on PS Plus? Because they said, "Yo, look at how much Microsoft is making."
Yep.
People are
raise this shit $10.
Yep.
Why don't we do that?
Yep.
And then they did it, and then we was like, "Well, damn, we have to play online." So
Yep.
we just went and paid it.
Yep.
And now it's to the point where now we stopped paying it. Like I said, the difference is when they tried that on PC stood together. It was like, we ain't paying for it online.
No, we ain't doing that.
And then it was to the point where they was like, well, damn, we ain't gonna put these games on a PC if they're just not gonna use it. So they took the pay online off.
Yep.
And now playing online on PC is free.
And that's the thing is that here's another thing to look at, right?
So are y'all just mad about the price, suspected price increase?
That's not the problem. The problem is that I should not have to.
This sounds like a very first world argument, guys. That's just me. I've never heard people
having a console is a first world problem. Having a PC is a first world problem.
Like, yeah,
it's a first world issue. Period.
Yeah, but like this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't, as a person that loves tech, I'm willing to pay for it.
Then you should get a PC.
Then you should get a PC.
Why would I get a? Because this is me
economically speaking.
But you realize why I won't get a PC? Because I need to go all out. So that's a $12,000 machine. I'm not about to use that. Why can't I do a $600 console?
Okay, get a $600 console, then get a $700 one, and then also pay $50 to $60 for every year that you have to play online for all your games. Plus, pay full price for all your games. Also, you can't no backwards compatibility.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, if you do have it, it's only in their catalog and only when they allow you to do it. Yep. Oh, and by the way,
mind you, if you have a hardware issue, you might have to buy a new machine, not get a replacement part for it.
Oh yeah, you can't fix it yourself. You might break warranty.
Hold on. Who said anything about no backwards compatibility?
You really think
Xbox has backward compatibility, but like Michaela, like Miss just said, you're only backward compatible on their terms.
Yeah.
Because not all the 360 games work on Xbox One. They have to make it
go back and reprogram the entire game to do so.
Now,
so
and
only the games they want backward compatibility is backward compatible.
The reason why they finally came out and said it's not a money thing. Remember, they said the Xbox One.
Oh yeah,
it's not a money thing. They were just lazy and didn't want to do it. The Xbox One literally said it cannot be backwards compatible, and then they made it happen because they were getting their teeth kicked in by Sony. Like, they can make it happen. These are easy ports because, like I keep saying, the architecture is the same. They just don't want to put in the extra work.
Here's another.
But this is my problem. Is like we got studios out here like Santa Monica, Naughty Dog, and all these companies making these great games, like Insomniac, right?
Oh boy,
and we'll get to that. Like, those guys deserve whatever money. I'm paying realistic money, right? I'm not talking about something like $100 for a game. But if they wanted to charge me,
excuse me,
if they wanted to charge me $69.99 for that game,
no.
I mean, but dude,
immediately no.
Like, y'all need to get ready for. I'm just telling y'all what the future.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm not gonna be buying anything day one then, and then they're gonna lower their price because I'm not going to sit there and buy the. Oh man, a new Guilty Gear comes out, it's $80. No. I love that series to death. You're not getting $80 for this game.
But what happens if they don't? Because
the game will go on discount. They always go on sale. It's like GTA 5.
They'll always go.
This is what I heard from some dude. It makes perfect sense. He said, "Why are we as consumers worrying about their business that we aren't a part of?
Yeah.
We don't get paid by Sony or Microsoft.
No,
we don't need to worry about how they going to get their money. That's not our problem.
Nope.
We just need to worry about what we are willing to spend.
Flagrant, messed up way.
No.
Think about
Because businesses don't care about why care about
there should be.
They care about our money.
They care about.
Like,
Trust me,
really
I'm an accountant. I'm in the business world. They don't give a damn about the consumer as long as you give them money.
Yeah.
So you over here pandering. Oh, but Sony's gonna need this money. So no, don't worry about them. Worry about you.
They do need. Fam, do you like? I don't somebody said this and it's really interesting. I really feel as though gamers forget that people make this stuff. Like, people have families or responsibilities.
People are also the same people that human traffic other people. What does that have to do with anything?
Yikes.
Them being people has nothing to do with whether or not I want to give them.
That's an extreme.
It may be an extreme, but why would I give you my dollar?
All I'm saying is, if there's a technological advance in gaming, I don't know why people would not want to pay for it, realistically pay for this stuff.
You know why?
How about this?
Why, Drake? Because at the same time, prices is going up. Guess what the wage gap is going. That's why we don't want to pay. Mm-hmm. Because they're trying to get more money, but are we getting more money? No, we're actually getting less money.
Yeah, inflation is not keeping up with how much money we're receiving.
Let me ask you a question, Jerron. Is that their fault?
It's not. That's not.
If they're not noticed, if they're not aware of it, then they're not going to get the money. It's simple. Okay. Like, if I'm trying to sell a game console, and if I know that my consumers aren't making enough money, I'm not about to jack up the price so that I get more money out of it, just so because it fits for their needs. The thing is, the way I see it, if I'm not making enough to get the next console, I'm not about to go spend my damn money for the next console. I'm going to spend my money for other needs that I need, regardless of what I want from the next consoles. It's as simple as that. Now, if I make that money to buy those things, yeah, I'll get it because I have the money and it's at the right time. But if they start dropping consoles at $6 to $7 for next gens, and I'm not making that kind of money, I'm not grabbing it because, responsibly speaking, it's you're literally telling me to live or to die gaming. And I'm a huge gamer. I'm going to choose to live though. Yeah. Because if I don't make enough for it, I'm not about to drop $6 to $7.
I think this is so extreme. What we're
let's look at
it's not extreme.
It's not extreme, but it's realistic. Let's look at opportunity cost. Here's the thing, right? Before I even go into opportunity cost, Jake, if I told you I'm going to trade you this $1 bill for a $10 bill, would you do it?
Wait, what?
Would you trade me this $1 bill for a $10 bill?
I'm sorry. Okay, that just threw me off. Yeah, I mean, yeah, who wouldn't do that?
You would
trade.
Wait. You mean the other way around?
Yeah.
Yes,
you have the $10 bill. You have the $10 bill, right? I have the $1 bill.
Have it. Okay, no, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that, okay? But see, you would do it if you had the $1 bill. That's the company.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so since
do you see what my point is?
No. But this is my problem. Oh, bro, I hate to get this deep. I hate to get this deep. And this is what I'm about to tell myself. I kind of associate myself as a democratic socialist, so that's my political thinking.
Oh boy,
and what they say, and it makes sense logically. If you're going to complain about one aspect of capitalism, but not the other ones, then your whole argument falls in on itself. Like, if you're not going to critique the whole system, but like because you are a part of it, like that's what we're doing. We're complaining about one part of capitalism without really addressing the actual cause. And we're taking our anger out on what capitalism systems do, which is profit and grow. And I am not about to waste my breath if we're not going to actually change anything. I'm not saying I'm going to be a slave to capitalism. Okay, guys, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a console. But if they ask me for $550, $600 for something I know is quality, like, we don't complain about the quality of what Sony has given us this generation. If we know if we know they're going to give us the same quality, and they just ask for $100 more because there's new tech in here that is compatible and is going to make your gaming experience better, I don't know how we as gamers can like really get upset with that when it's not we started it, but things change.
So
like things change. Like guys, in like 10 years, 4K will be a standard.
Now, would you eat? This is some more thing. Would you eat a piece of meat that is a day old, or would you eat a fresh piece of meat?
That's that we all eat meat that's really old, Michaela.
No. But
no, but
that's
not my point.
What he's trying to say is, would you use a fresher
but
meat?
Your argument falls in on itself because the high price meat would be the fresh meat.
They're not priced differently.
Wait, what?
That's the problem. They're not priced differently.
Why? See that, but that's not how capitalism works.
Okay,
but that's the thing is that you don't know. Even that's the thing is that you. How are you supposed to verify? But how are you supposed to verify it? That's the problem. You're not. You can't verify.
These are some matrix arguments.
These are matrix arguments.
Lying to gamers.
No, I'm gonna bring it dead simple. I'm gonna bring it way back simpler, right?
Okay.
If this box come out at 600, right? Guess what? Jake is gonna go buy it at 600, right? But you know what Jerron is gonna do? Jerron's gonna wait 2 years
500 or 400
and buy it when they go to the sale for 450.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
No.
Guys, that's all I'm
Guess
saying.
what? Look, guess what?
That's
you know why I have a pro, Jake? You know why I have a pro? Because I literally traded in an Xbox One and a PS4 and paid $100.
That's cool.
Get a pro. I didn't pay 400. I didn't want to pay 400.
Yeah, you
I
paid
didn't
more.
have to pay 400.
Guys,
I just traded in a bunch of stuff.
Guys,
you paid more technically.
I'm not saying
Technically,
for the principle of it. I'm not saying for the principle of it. I understand exactly what y'all are saying. I am saying is get ready for it, and Jake Taylor cannot complain. And I think gamers are being really dishonest with themselves about this.
I mean, that's
to
like
a certain extent you are, because dude, even if I pay 600, you just said you have $1,500 worth of material in your gaming rig. By the way, that's still $600 less, man. Like, listen to yourself.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that
because look, say if your console lasts for 5 years, you had to do 5 times. You have to multiply that with the many years that you had to pay for your online subscriptions. And if you do get new consoles, that means the subscription is going to go up as well.
But see, this is the thing. Why are we complaining about stuff that's already been like?
What? See, but that's the thing is that again, it's not economical. I could. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna have to get another piece.
I just wish gamers would stop complaining, and if you're gonna complain, do something about it.
Okay, we did.
They are doing something
like you said,
we're not buying.
No, but seriously, guys, if y'all really hate paying $60, stop paying it.
Okay, we're not.
We're not paying it. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about gamers as a whole, guys. I'm not talking about y'all.
Okay.
I am talking through y'all right now. I'm never really talking to y'all. I'm talking through y'all.
But see, here's the problem. Because, again, next console generation is going to come out. Your next console is going to come out. PS4 as what? 5 years? Right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So that's about, what, $250 on top of the initial price, on top of you having to pay full price for most of your games, on top of your sales only being about 10 to 15%.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. If I get this $1,200 to $100 piece of machinery, which I technically don't need to get it that high, but guess what? That's going to last me your console generation now, your next console generation, and I'm getting games for $5, $10, $25, some free. I'm getting games cheaper than you on top of that, and I don't have to pay your monthly or yearly subscription just to play the game online.
And then when you upgrade, you can just resell the graphics card for.
And here's the worst part.
So the people who don't have a rig like Michaela, what's stopping y'all from doing that?
No, but here's the thing.
I don't like PC gaming.
I don't need one.
They don't want it. They don't need it.
But guys, that's oh my god, y'all are saying it for me. Why complain?
What do you mean? Why complain?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm confused now. You've lost me.
Yeah, you straight lost us.
Guys, that's the point. That's the point of this whole thing. I think I've confused everybody. I think me and Michaela are on the same. That's why he got quiet. Are you me and you on the same page? Like,
because they don't want it, so they didn't buy it. So they're also being consumers.
Yeah, they're being consumers. But why? Okay, If you already know there's a threshold of pay for PC gaming and you say you don't need it, but you use consoles for gaming because that's what you need, and a little bit of a price increase is still cheaper than PC.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying.
Like, I just want to know what's the problem.
Okay, so here's what we're saying. Here's what we're saying. Okay. The reason why I have this piece of machinery is so that I had a project. Not only that it'll last me for a long time, so that the second I have this, if I ever need to upgrade it, I'm not upgrading it with the amount of money you need to upgrade your whole system. And on top of that, I keep everything. You don't. When you upgrade your PS4 to your PS5, you have to flip a coin to see if you keep those games or not. When you upgraded your PS2 to your PS3, you had to flip a coin to see if you kept those games or not, and so on and so forth. You are going to, over the long run, waste more money than I am on my down payment.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
That's true.
He's not wrong.
That's true. Yeah,
that's the point. That's the reason why, personally, when PS5 comes out, PS6 comes out, Xbox whatever comes out.
Whatever, because we don't know.
You know, I am not compelled. I don't, especially when it comes to Xbox. What game are you going to put out there that's going to be that good that I got to run out and buy your $600 or $700?
Well, you don't have to now because they're going to give it to you anyway.
I don't have to. They're going to give it to me anyway. And let's say they don't give it to me, I'm going to torrent it anyway. And now it's just 100% free. So you can't keep me away from any game. It doesn't matter. You're not going to keep me away from anything. I can choose to pay you or not after my down payment. If I choose to pay you, that's just because I want to keep you in business. If I don't pay you, I can still get what I want. That's the difference.
And in my opinion, the reason why most people go to straight consoles is because they're too lazy or you don't know how to build a computer.
They may not know. They may not know how to build it. Yeah. And that's the other thing. If you don't know how to build it yourself, you're paying somebody else to build it, which is the consoles right now. Right.
That's why I'll go back to saying console gaming in general is for ease of gaming. It's for make it cheap and easy for people to play video games. Yeah. Now the problem is that now it's not the cheap part is disappearing.
Yep.
And then and now we're gonna have to figure out is console gaming going to last over the next generations if it keeps getting expensive.
And the other thing is that, and this is
I don't.
What don't you understand?
I don't know why y'all keep saying it needs to be cheap, and it's cheap. Like I don't.
For what you're getting, it's for what you are
for
getting.
Console
it's
gaming,
cheap.
what you're getting is cheap.
But
cheap.
But the problem is that
in the upgrade and them going to new architecture is not.
Jake,
I don't.
What you're getting.
What you're saying is yes. What you're getting is cheap. The problem is in the overall greater scheme. That's still expensive. They don't care what they're getting. Yeah. It's still expensive.
Because, bro,
when mom go to GameStop and she's like, "Yo, why is this console $600? I'm not buying it for my 7-year-old."
I was about to make that point.
You got to think about how these companies make their money. They don't. Right. We are only a portion. The greater portion is
the numbers that don't have a console at home.
GameStop store and picking up a $250 console because she okay spending $250, but she's not going to be okay spending $600.
Yeah,
and that's the thing is that I get what you mean. Oh, you're saying that you want it to be cheap. It's cheap for what they put in it, right? For what they put in it, it's cheap, right? It's a technological marvel.
They just want a little bit more return on their investment because we go out here and we buy it. And I don't understand why people get angry at that, especially if you like the product.
Because
is there necessarily a difference between Tesla and a Leaf? Well, I mean, no. Style, yes. It's the brand. I mean, I'm just saying, guys. Like we pay for what we want. Like you know what I'm saying. Like if you want to console game, you're just gonna have to pay for it a little bit more.
But here, look. If you are a heavy gamer or an average gamer, you're going to understand these facts and you can convince yourself to go get it. All right. But like Jerron said, us gamers are a percentage of their sales. Mm-hmm. Every game company's main goal is to try to put a console a new console or a console in every household that doesn't have one. If I told my mother that, hey mom, can you buy me a $600-700 game console so I can play video games upstairs in my room for endless hours and waste my life away because it is my right to do so? She's gonna look at me and smack me upside the head and say, hell no. Now, I got my PS4 with my own money.
Same.
And that thing was already $400. If I look at my mother and say, hey, can you buy me a console that's $400? She's gonna look at me and says, how many house payments do you pay? She's gonna answer me. She's gonna ask me that's almost so and so amount of months of bills. That's so and so. She's gonna outweigh the fact that our responsibilities is more price efficient than it is to drop $400 on a new console. And this is speaking on this aspect of a new family trying to get a new console, not gamers. Like for us gamers, we're crazy. We will spend whatever money because we know what we're getting. And it's like you said, no, you're absolutely right. It is a cheap price for the tech we're getting. It's fantastic, if anything, in my opinion. But at the same time, I'm also on that bar in line saying that, honestly speaking, I'm not about to drop $600 on day one purchase. I will want that device and console. I will complain that it is expensive. But the thing is, the reason why is because I have priorities I have to fulfill first. And most people will say that as well. I will get this console if I could train my new stuff for it to be cheaper. But at the end of the day, you say it is cheaper, and it is cheaper. But for the lazy and like regular consumers, that is more expensive, and that makes us stray away from buying these new consoles.
Okay,
that's just what it is.
I'm not saying that the new gen is going to be expensive because I think they're waiting off to make it more affordable.
In my opinion,
I do think realistically, I do think Sony and Microsoft do a really good job at their pricing. Let me actually just be out there and say that.
I mean, of course,
hypothetical that
they're getting more money.
Colin Moriarty from y'all know Colin Moriarty from IGN.
Not too much. I only read
quit IGN, he quit doing gaming with Kinda Funny Games. He's back and he has his PlayStation podcast, and he just asked the interesting question: are consumers ready to actually pay a little bit more for their stuff, just depending on the tech upgrade that we honestly pushed on these guys?
In my opinion,
he said
it doesn't. They don't.
He said, but he just made sense to me.
No. So my thing is here's what it is. Like we said in the other episode, with the nerd community growing so big now, I think these companies are looking at the market and they're realizing that they have finally reached a percentage where they can survive off of the gaming community that is right now than it was before with just the non-gaming numbers. Because if you think about it, I don't want to say maybe seven out of 10 families out there have a current gaming console that we have right now. And these marketers are looking at, okay, so if we up these prices, maybe we might drop one or two families, but that is still above that 50% margin line of money that they're going to be raking in that matter. That, in my opinion, that's the only reason why they're now pushing with higher tech stuff, and that's why
they don't make money off of you just one time.
But this is also what I want y'all to understand is I think 4K streaming, like Jerron said about the PlayStation 4 Pro, is going to be something that's important because I think that is going to be the thing that's going to get people into an install base. It's kind of
so we've had this conversation before about it. I think when it's going to be really most efficient is when 4K and having 4K tech becomes a norm. Same thing as us. Remember when the flat screen first came out? If you had a flat screen back in the day, you were considered rich as hell. You just had money out the wazoo.
Yeah.
But today, every home basically now has a flat screen.
But how long did that take?
It took a while. But the 4K might not take as long, so to say, with everything going up. So I
still know people who buy 1080p TVs though.
TLC. No, that's not true because TLC and Hisense, if I'm not mistaken, THC had sold the most TVs last year. They sold the most 4K TVs.
I don't know the stats to continue. Yeah,
I don't know the stats for that too.
I don't know the stats. I just know there's literally people that still buy 1080p TVs.
I mean,
I go to my mom and I'm like, "Yo, you need to get a 4K TV." My mom's like, "Why?"
Why exactly?
Yeah.
See, what I'm saying, JT, is we're not going to see 4K being a norm. Maybe another decade from now.
Honestly, that makes more sense.
Because my thing is, look, I don't have a 4K TV, and I don't game with the best graphics as Jerron does. But dude, I'm happy with my flat screen I have right now, and I do not mind playing it on decent graphics. I'm not asking for more graphics. Now, maybe the community is asking something different, but personally, I don't see why they should. In my opinion, if your game displays good graphics, all I really want from this point on is just better games with better stories.
Exactly.
I don't care too much about the graphics. Same thing with this whole Spider-Man. So this whole Spider-Man incident that's going on right now. I know Jerron has a lot to say.
That's a great segue.
People are all like, "Oh, it's downgrade. It's downgrade." I'm about to smack some of these people up and be like, "Okay, so do you want the damn game or not?" Because if you want a higher upgrade game, they can just take it back and spend another 3 to 4 years just trying to upgrade it so that you can see another puddle. Like, is that so you can look at your
pixel on your puddle?
Exactly. Like, it's like, bro, look in the mirror and just look at the shame that's on your face right now. Because I can guarantee you'd be more mad if they took the game away from you than losing one puddle. That's my biggest issue about this entire Spider-Man aspect. Is, in my opinion, gamers right now are spoiled and they do not appreciate the crap, the hardship that these games, studios give into.
That's not
Vincent,
it. That's not it at all.
Vincent, hold on. Vincent, that last 2 sentences you just said, that's all I'm applying towards console makers. That's it. That's the same logic.
Well, okay.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
no, but what they're complaining about, in my opinion, is different though. Because it's no longer a price thing for them. And for them, it's just a graphics thing.
Vincent, that's not why they're complaining.
That's not why they're complaining.
They're complaining. Go ahead.
No, you had it first. You had it first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They're complaining, and not only that, they're complaining. This is what it is. It's all about a console war. This is not. It's not about graphics. It's about a console war. Because if Xbox is like, look, Xbox gamers have been taking a lot of crap this whole generation.
Yeah.
Because their box has literally been trashed. I'm sorry, Xbox. I used to own you. Like, I can talk about it. The platform been trashed. So Sony fanboys has been bigging up Spider-Man forever.
Mm-hmm.
They see gameplay shots and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't look as great as the trailer."
Yeah.
So this is our opportunity to lash at the Sony fanboys.
Okay.
Your game doesn't look good. You're missing a puddle. The suit textures don't look the same.
Okay.
It looks worse. Blah blah blah.
So basically, what you're saying is the people complaining are Xbox people that don't have this game for their console.
Oh yeah, bro.
They're trying to make you feel bad for your.
The whole narrative start with them. They're a bunch of people who love to crap on people's enjoyment.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they can't enjoy themselves.
I grew up with. That's what they've like literally evolved into. People who honestly don't. Like, they just like to see people get mad, and I'm like, fam, just play Halo. Leave people alone.
Yeah, they want you to regret your purchase because they want their purchase to be better.
They want to feel superior to your purchase. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the thing is like,
I still don't understand.
Do you really expect,
Jake? It's a whole thing of going back into like human nature for some damn reason, man.
We said in the last podcast, you associate yourself with that brand, so you need that brand to look as good as possible to make you look as good as possible.
Exactly.
Because if you walk into your friend's house, right? Hey, I want to have my friend over. It's the first time you had your friend over, and then you walk in, you look at his room. You got an Xbox?
Damn, that's gotcha. Yeah, you literally.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm agreeing with you because like like I said, we were talking about on the last episode was like a lot of, in my opinion, the reason why these Xbox kids are like this, and I don't mean to discriminate or bully, but at the same time, like if I owned an Xbox One and I didn't have a PS4, I would feel horrible personally. And the last thing I really need is for my homeboys or for other people to bash on me saying that, bro, you don't have an Xbox. It's like, or you don't have a PS4.
It doesn't make you feel good in your purchase.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now when you got a chance, which to be fair, did you really think that the game was going to look like it did in E3? None of them ever do. None of them ever do.
And their justification was what? For Forza Horizon, Forza was their justification saying that like it's, I don't know.
Please, you're not gonna. The game is never gonna look that good because the version, what they're running the game on, is not what you're running the game on.
Like,
don't act like you
are. Go to McDonald's expecting to see the exact same burger you saw in the commercial. Seriously.
Exactly. Same premise.
They're allowed to do that because of buyer beware. They can do that.
But the sad part about this whole situation is the game wasn't downgraded. It was actually upgraded.
Okay, it was upgraded, but you can't say that it looks better than the cinematic trailer. The problem is because the glossy suit. Okay, in gameplay, the glossy suit would look worse. Yeah. In cinematics, the glossy suit looks better.
Yes. So
even though the game has been upgraded because it was locked at 1440p in the cinematic trailer, but now it goes up to like 1530 or something like that. So the resolution has gone up, the textures have been changed, so it was not like downgrade, but it still looks better cinematically than it does gameplay wise. So when people like looking at the pictures like, oh, it looks like a downgrade, their eyes were lying to them. They like, this looks like a downgrade, but then when you look at it technically, it's an upgrade, but your eyes can't tell you that. So you can't get mad at people who look at the picture and say, oh, it's a downgrade, because it looked like a downgrade. And then when Digital Foundry came out and slapped you with those facts, then they had to be like, oh, okay, I was wrong. It's not a downgrade.
But they don't want to admit that, though.
No, they don't want to admit they were wrong.
They were wrong.
Exactly.
They didn't say they were wrong. They said everybody was stupid.
Two people who
were a bunch of media biased people, and everybody hates Xbox.
Look, two people I know that came out and said Kofi came out and apologized on this podcast. And
but that's my problem with these YouTubers in general. Why are you making two pictures of a low-res shot on Twitter and making your determination about a game?
No, because Kofi had
the issue is that people now, when they market their games, the thing that they market. Here's a perfect example. And then Jake, this is a game that you want to get too, right? You want to get Anthem. When they showed Anthem at E3, how much gameplay did they show?
Oh, bro, they showed like that little slice, that vertical slice that they showed.
They showed a little bit, right? They showed a little bit of gameplay. A little bit. They know you don't care. The general person does not care about the gameplay. They care about it looking pretty. That's what they care about. He dove into the water and he came out and all these little pretty particles and so on and so forth. We're going to not attack this enemy over here because he's too strong. We're not going to show you gameplay of us fighting for that long because they know you don't care. Yeah. You're going to have them sit in a firefight. They're not going to sit there and watch that and think that's interesting. It's interesting to play. So when they showcase these games and they do stuff like that, they know you don't care. And especially when they had them talk about the story too and sit there in a round circle and show a slideshow when they could have put the game up, showed the gameplay, talked about the game with the game on. They didn't because they don't think it's interesting for you to watch the gameplay. They don't. If they already feel that way and about their game, what does that tell you when you pick it up and you're going to play the game? The game's going to look pretty.
Yep.
But the shit might not be that fun.
Yep.
This makes me sad because I was looking forward to Anthem.
I mean, guys, why are y'all making a determination?
Okay, so let's not even talk about Anthem.
I just don't understand it. I gotta actually play the game.
Calm down.
I mean,
I get if I only judge stuff off what I experience.
Of course.
I can't do that. I can't look at something and be like, that looks like, honestly, sushi looks nasty. Sushi's delicious though.
I wish I could enjoy sushi as much as you.
Debatable.
I'm allergic to fish, and on top of that, I don't taste it because I'm allergic.
And do you remember, if you don't prep the sushi correctly, your stomach pays for it.
Yep.
Terribly.
And two, the reason why we judge games what they give us is because going back to the price thing, I'm paying $60. You say it might go up to $70.
You're gonna be paying $80. You're gonna be paying $80 to $100.
$60, $70 for this game. It better be good, and I better be playing it for a while. So if you don't give me nothing, I can only speculate.
Yeah, like honestly, like it's kind of like how Anthem has shown very little of the game, and I don't know why. But with Cyberpunk 2077, they showed us 50 minutes worth of gameplay.
Because
and that game's not coming out in 2 years.
There you go. That's my biggest issue. No, that is my biggest issue between Anthem and Cyber and Destiny throwing into because I was just playing it just a little bit earlier now.
Well, I got a lot to say about that game.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's get it. Oh boy.
So like, okay, here's the thing. Anthem, I've read a few articles on IGN. I've been like hunting them down on Twitter and so. You know, just trying to find official stuff about it. And you know what's surprising to me? So, I'm a really big Destiny 1 fan. Destiny 2 is not so bad. I gotta get the Forsaken DLC so that way I can enjoy the Cade's storyline.
And of course, Gambit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and Gambit. But here's the thing. When I saw Anthem come out on EA for E3, I literally started laughing. No, you guys were there. We were hanging out.
We were together.
I started calling off things that was literally already in Destiny 1. Not even Destiny 2, Destiny 1 that came out previously. And you know what the sad part is? Everything EA did and showed was literally Destiny 1. And that made me mad because I'm like, okay, well, I'm not about to drop, as we said, another $60 just for another version of game. The only difference is that you're in Iron Man suits and you have a full 14 squad in Anthem, which I shout out to Destiny and Bungie. Y'all need to fix that shit because I don't understand how you will make 3 people take down damn Strikes and Nightfalls by ourselves.
We have a 4-man squad, but we can't because we're the far team.
Exactly. But that's the thing. But when I read these articles about Anthems, you know, it sounds, in my opinion, like a much better version of Destiny, what Destiny was trying to do. It sounds like it's worth my time, money, and investment to get for Anthem when I read these articles. But I'm confused. I'm like, isn't E3 the place where you take out your wazoo stick and slap it on the table and talk about how much bigger it is than everyone else? So why are y'all coming out here with y'all little pinky toe stubbing it all in the damn at the bottom of the table? Like, I don't understand that, and that's what made me so mad about this. And at the same time, I'm like, if EA keeps playing these damn games like this, they're about to turn Anthem into what Titanfall 2 was. A fantastic game that got completely overshadowed because there's no marketing, there's no strong support, and I've yet to what was it the most, guys? I think 20 minutes of gameplay from Anthem, like just a little bit of it, But here you have Cyber. Ain't gonna come out until maybe possibly next gen console, but it already dropped 40 damn minutes of gameplay. Like Cyber's introduction, everything might have been corny at E3, but damn, it got my attention though. I was watching it, I'm like, damn, I was like, look at that. I was looking at that's a fine piece of like, you know, like it made me look. I'm already counting the coins in my wallet. But, all right, I'm gonna start saving up right now for it.
A quarter a day, brother. A quarter a day.
I didn't have that same feeling for Anthem, even though all of us we are wanting to get Anthem because we feel it's another MMO game that's going to outdo Destiny, hopefully. But if you can't present anything good to me, then I'm not going to waste my time. Like, Anthem might sadly become one of those games where I get it when it goes on sales and the server's about to shut down in the next 2 to 3 years. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes me sad because I'm sad to see these great games that have shitty and bad marketing. And for what? You know, like, if you're going to try to be out there to be different and be the better game, you need to put the money out there too. In my opinion, EA, y'all need to slow down some of these sports games because some of the mechanics of these sport games are bougie. I don't play them, but I've seen them. It throws me off. I'm like, so you telling me you can't spare a few $100 million from that and put it into some of these marketing programs for these FPS games or these MMO games, shooter games, whatever? Then that's your fault. Like, I don't know.
They make so much money off Madden though that they kind of
they have a dedicated.
I mean, they ain't now though because apparently them boys been shooting it up at the Madden. So,
oops.
Oh no.
I mean, it may be too soon for that, but that's just how it is. I'm like, bro, like.
But no. The problem is it's not even Madden the game itself. It's literally Ultimate Team. People literally spend real money for these packs to get better.
And that's the thing. Online. Is that. And here's another thing, okay? Here's probably the thing that I dislike the most as of right now in terms of gaming, okay? you have people who are actively complaining about microtransactions.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to know how to stop a season pass from being in your game? You want to know how to stop microtransactions from being in your game?
By not buying it?
Don't buy the game at all. Don't just buy the game and not the DLC. Don't buy the game at all.
Yeah.
If you buy the game at all, that tells them we were able to. This person has the possibility of getting DLC. One.
Yep.
Two, it tells them that even though you possibly are against DLC, you are still willing to give us $60 to make other people pay for DLC.
Yep.
Do not buy the goddamn game. Don't touch it.
Basically, do a Star Wars Battlefront 2 to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
refuse
here's
to buy Destiny because of that.
The two games that I've seen that done DLC correctly has been Monster Hunter Worlds and Horizon Zero Dawn. If you tell me there's gonna be upcoming DLCs, it's gonna break my heart. But if you release saying that it's all free, it's just later content to make your further enjoyment even better, experience even better.
Well,
I will drop $60 day one for a special edition if you told me all the DLCs coming out for us for free.
Look, Horizon wasn't free though. Horizon was $40.
Really? Never mind. Never mind.
Retract.
Never mind. Retract that statement.
But the Horizon DLC didn't bother me because it was literally a whole new story experience. It wasn't just like a little
It felt like a
2-hour
game.
thing.
Yeah.
It was like a whole new story
But here's the
experience.
thing.
But here's the thing. But Destiny did that with all
$3
three DLCs too, though. If you think about it.
No, Destiny
Wait,
made
say
you
again?
pay. Destiny made you pay $120.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
Not for 3 games, for one.
For
Destiny
one.
2 is making you do the same thing.
Yep.
Pay $120, not for 3 games, not for 2 games, for 1 game. You get the experience of 1 full game from buying all of those DLCs plus the game.
And but here's the thing. Now I will let you argue for people who are listening. I will let you argue saying that, well, all you gotta do is wait for all 3 expansions, and then you'll release one whole game where it's $60. I did it for Destiny 1. But guess what? By the time you already do that, Destiny 3 is already gonna be on its way next year. And on top of that, everyone's so high like leveling you, you are literally picking up the ashes of your comrades when they get smoked by max level.
But that's the point. It's honestly, it's smart on their part.
No, okay, no. Let me go off of that. Like, as much as I hate the structure of Destiny 2's DLC and how they're making money off of it, I've got to give like props to them how Bungie's doing this, because they dropped this game. Destiny 2 came out last September, right?
Yeah.
Me, Jerron, and another friend picked this game up. We all played for about 2 months until the first DLC dropped. We said we didn't want to pay for it because you had to buy it in order to level up. We sold the game. This game came out free. You remember we had that whole conversation 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago,
about how we didn't want to buy the game.
It was actually probably last week. Actually, it wasn't even 2 weeks ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was 2 weeks. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so long story short, we had a conversation the day before because Vincent here wasn't around when Destiny 2 came out.
No.
So he was asking if we wanted to get on it. We were telling him, well, it's good, but we don't want to pay $100 for everything. Literally the day after they dropped Destiny 2 free in the PSN store. And now we're all back on it. So,
okay.
Everybody expansion.
So downloading it free?
No. So the game itself was free.
Yeah.
So we saved $20 from doing that. And then the DLCs, the first 2 went from $20 each to $10 each.
So it's still 40.
It's still technically we paid $20 for a free game and 2 DLCs with it. But Gambit itself is $40, which we are not, or no, the Forsaken DLC, which we're not going to be paying for anytime soon, is $40 still. Now, as me and JT have had this conversation before too with everyone else, I only bought Destiny 2 because I'm playing with my homeboys, which is our other friend Jaron and Bakumi, because I like MMOs because I do it for the gaming community of playing with my friends. I don't do it because I'm a fan of Destiny 2. Only reason why I even considered Destiny 2 at this point was because 1, it was free on PSN, and 2, this Forsaken DLC is killing off one of my favorite characters from the Destiny 1 series. Like, K6 is my favorite character. He's, in my opinion, what makes most of the entire franchise for the most part. And the fact that they're killing him off kills me, and I have to see how this ends. So, yes, while all my other guild friends on Destiny 1 that's on Destiny 2 is going to see how he ends. I'm going to have to wait until it drops down to maybe even me considering $20 for this DLC is a lot right now. Like
20,
yeah, because then they might even drop. And that's the thing is that they promised this game, or they promised the last game, that they were gonna make sure that it had a long life cycle.
Yeah,
and it did not.
It did not.
The thing is that they could do the same thing again
easily,
very, very easily. By the time you buy it,
yep.
Oh, look, Destiny 3 is coming out.
Exactly, guys.
Look at the time.
I talked to Jaron and Bakumi about this. I don't think people realize it, but the sad thing is, long story short, I don't want to spoil Destiny 1 for people, so I'm going to put it this way. The story from Destiny 1 doesn't have any... Destiny 2 has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Yeah. Like, I played this game, I don't see any remnants except for the same characters from Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. That's only it. In fact, they introduced more characters in Destiny 2 now.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I jumped in at Destiny 2. There are no like story points that I feel like I'm missing because I didn't play Destiny.
Because it has nothing to do with 1. So that's my biggest issue. And guess what? If that's the case, guess what? I know Destiny 3 is going to be coming out, and they might pick up the same story from 1, because the way this Forsaken DLC looks like, it looks like they're about to wrap up this entire thing up to start the final storyline for D3. And guess what? Like you said, Mist, by the time this DLC becomes affordable, we're around that $20 to $10. The next following year, D3.
Yeah, because by then they would have made their money off of what they needed from that one. That's what they did.
Yeah.
The first 2 deals.
And that's just the sad reality of it. And it just goes back to what we were saying in the beginning of this episode. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable dropping almost $120 for a game.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not a huge fan for. Like, I'm a huge fan for D1, but when I saw the schematics and storyline for D2, my fanboyism wasn't enough for me to drop that kind of money. Like, for example, when Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm planning to get every single special edition, whatever, blah blah blah, the PS4 I'm saving it for, because why? Because I'm a huge like slut for Square Enix and Kingdom Hearts.
I was going to mention that earlier off the PS4 and PS4 Pro like debate. The only reason I'm getting a PS4 Pro is because of limited support. That's it.
Yeah, I've invested. Look, the Kingdom Hearts series, to me, whether your opinion of it is good or bad, is because that series has saved. It holds a very special place for me. It's what got me through all of middle school and high school, like until I started hanging out and becoming more open around my junior year of high school. And to me, that's enough for me to dedicate money into, because for me, that is my life. That was my life, so to say.
Yeah, like if I had to be honest, I still think the PS4 for the Spider-Man looks a lot better than the Kingdom Hearts PS4.
Oh no, it does. No, it does.
It definitely does. But my heart's right there. That's it.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, like that. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah, that's
just how I am.
Yeah,
and that's what JT was saying. The issue of fanboyism from the first episode is, well, in my opinion, there's 2 kinds of fanboyism now. It's just kind of like the type where it's like you're dedicated to it. My only issue is when like the fanboyism is more on a bullying aspect.
You mean gatekeeping?
There's a difference between being a fanboy of something and being like an extreme fanboy to the point where it becomes toxic.
Exactly.
We're talking about like fanboying versus gatekeeping, right? Or
basically,
yeah, that's what
basically, yeah.
It's sad that I have not said anything because I don't have any games.
I told you.
Oh, brother.
Told you. See, because you want to be a little trash and don't want to get you current console. So
look, Jake, we need like one more person. We could have like a 6-man raid, bro.
No, don't talk him into Destiny.
I don't like do that. Destiny because I think Bungie. Hot take. I don't think Bungie's that good of a developer.
I mean, they're good at making money. I'll give you that one. That's for sure.
I think they're great at making Halo, and they're just saying that was a not one hit wonder, but that is what was their bread and butter.
No, it still is. Because look, if you really want to break it down, guys, I'm going to break a lot of people's heart with this. Destiny itself is basically a rehashed Halo.
Yeah.
Look,
of course.
Of course.
Look. Your Guardians are your Spartans.
Okay.
The Cabal are basically the Brutes.
Yep.
The Fallen is the Covenant, and the Taken is the Flood.
Yep.
Boom.
Same thing.
Boom.
Boom.
Guess what? The main storyline for Destiny 1 was, damn, I don't want to spoil it. Oh, I mean, people played it now.
Don't you go for the main part? Yeah.
Yeah, the Takens are trying to convert everyone over, and they're trying to get your light. guess what? In the entire Halo franchise before 4, the Flood was trying to infect and eat everything. Wow, so much plot, so much, like the only difference was the fact that Destiny was more heavy on the MMO side, which was the nice part that Halo couldn't do because that's not fit in a storyline. Because that'd be kind of like really weak if a bunch of Spartans got together and held hands saying that we can do it together, guys.
This ain't no fairy tale. Calm down.
Yeah. Oh no. Why'd you bring in that trash? Don't talk about.
Hey, that could have been a double meaning, but okay.
And for the side note, Fairy Tail was the beginning of the series was fantastic, and it became trash. And I swear to God, any try to fight me, that ending for that entire series was complete doo doo, and I am ashamed.
What he's saying is, don't at me unless I send.
For any of you who try to still convince me that Fairy Tail was good after that point on.
I loved it, especially after that part where Erza got all of her bones broken, and then
No. That was my favorite part. No. The only thing that kept me going for Fairy Tail for the most part, was the couplings, was the shipping.
The anime side.
No, okay, yeah. See,
you're right.
Come back.
But yeah, no. So aside from Destiny and all the other stuff, like. I think right now, what E3 has shown me, I am looking forward to future games that's coming up right now. Like, my thing is, it's gonna suck if I have to pay more money for console for games and so on and so. But at the same day, it's like you said, JT, I will get these consoles regardless, but I'm gonna do it at a cheaper price. I'll wait for the slim version of PS5 to come out before I get a PS5 because my PS4 right now is the first gen, and this thing sounds like a jet taking off. So. But you know what? I get to play with my homeboys, and it's just the sad part of it. And it saved me a lot of money.
My Pro sound like a jet engine taking off, too.
So. I bought my PS4 a year ago. I have a Slim, and it sounds like a semi-jet.
Yeah, but mine sounds like 3 turbines going off at once on a...
That are on fire.
I was just bringing that question up to y'all, because I did ask y'all that earlier
What's up?
day, and we couldn't really get into that topic for the console price increase. I just know if I really like something, I'm gonna pay for it.
I mean, yeah, reasonably.
Plus,
no. I agree with JT because in my opinion, and this applies to almost anything, if you like something enough, price won't matter to you.
That's well,
I get where you're coming from, but that.
Reasonable. Like when I meant reasonable, I meant like if they make it $500 to $600. Yeah. I think that's reasonable because I like gaming. Yeah. Albeit the reason why, guys, is I've literally missed out on literally 7 years of gaming. Like if you really think about it.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't have a PS4. I had an Xbox. I missed out on a lot of games. So my appetite for gaming is a lot more than y'all. And I'm willing to spend the money to actually dive in.
But you can say your appetite is more, but at the same time, we can also argue that our appetite is more finer because we've had the taste of what you missed out for 7 years.
Yeah,
which is why we have which is why we're having this conversation right now. Why we've been going hell bent on each other back and forth from the beginning.
Yeah,
because it's But the thing is, it's good though because you now have a perspective of someone who's trying to get into something new and people who've already been there to know what you're getting 2 angles of what we want, essentially speaking.
Pretty much. And if you didn't really game hard this generation, I would pay the money for next gen because I have faith Sony and Microsoft.
Now, are they really going to be backwards compatibility?
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask this next.
I don't know why y'all even thought that was a question.
No. Let me ask this. Because what I'm going to ask next is it all PS4 games or is it like what Michaela or what Miss said?
Okay. Do you want all your PS2 games, or do you just want the PS2 games you liked?
No. I'm asking for my PS4 games because I can get all my PS2 games on my.
Of course, it's the same architecture.
Okay. This is the thing. Xbox, yes, we know for the most part Xbox is going to be backwards compatible because they pushing towards it now.
Yeah,
Sony,
for all the games.
We don't. Yeah, Sony because Xbox already said they're trying to go generational, they're not trying to do a generational thing anymore. Even though they're going to have to.
Yeah,
but they're not trying to. So I'm pretty sure all Xbox One games are going to be backwards compatible. Okay. Sony, we don't know. We assuming yes, because if they don't, then that's really they're going to turn people off. So we're assuming that the smartest thing for them to do is to make it backward compatible with PS4.
Yeah.
But there's nothing out there in camp that says that they are. So we're speculating off of smart business sense that yes, the PS5 is going to be PS4 backward compatibility.
Yeah.
But we don't have anything concrete yet, so we gotta wait.
It's all speculation
It's all speculation
of highly intellectual speculation. Like
it's highly intellectual.
Why do you suspect Xbox is going to do it but not Sony?
Well, no, but okay, because the thing is, I've seen these companies cuck people. Like you have not like. These guys, like at the end, like we said, we are in the sense nothing but just numbers and money.
No. I'm just like, are you?
Because I would hate to get
compatible because they have Games Pass.
No,
Games Pass is an online service.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
That's not what we're saying.
I'm saying we know Xbox is going to be backward compatible because they have already came out and said they're not trying to do generations anymore, so they're going to have to. They've already came out and said it, and you can see. With Xbox 360, they're pushing it. So Xbox has already showed us that, yeah, we into this backward compatibility thing. All I'm saying is that intellect-wise, we know Sony is going to be backward compatible. But
I'm just waiting for them to officially.
We don't have anything concrete from them saying that they are. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
For Sony side, it's speculation. On Xbox side, we have proof. That's all I'm saying.
Anyways.
Yeah. And the thing is, like,
okay,
I just don't want to put
from like a technical standpoint.
Yeah, I just don't want to put full faith into something that, at the end of the day, I highly doubt it. But what happens if they just go, it's not backwards compatibility? You know, like
it's gonna hurt them so bad.
It will hurt them so bad, and it wouldn't make sense for them to say that. But if they do say that, though, my gamer heart would break so hard. Because then, guess what? I am now in what the Xbox One guy's shoes are in right now. Damn, I should have got an Xbox One, maybe. Well, I'm not going to say that actually ever, but at the same time, like it's going to be real.
Oh my goodness!
You have to contemplate that for 3 seconds.
It's gonna make me feel bad.
You let it linger for a second.
Yeah, because like if you think about it, that's just another thing that Xbox can say to Sony or PS4 owners, users, saying that our new console has backwards compatibility, meaning that the money and time we spent on the previous console games has not been wasted and has not been in vain. Like,
it should be nice for them because they need it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, do you know how bad that would be though? Like, what happens if you get this new PS5 and it's like, oh, by the way, you know, all the stuff that you did from previous games that got sequels is now essentially you can't play it because you have to hop onto a separate console to do so. And it also goes back to what Miss was saying too. Like, damn, bro, you telling me I have to spend another almost $500 just to play another set of games it would be feel terrible.
I'm trying to tell y'all it's not going to happen.
But no, I understand what you're saying. No, but what we're saying, we know
architecture. You can literally take your PS4 game and put it in the PS5.
JT, until they officially announce it, I'm gonna have
Vincent.
I'm still gonna hold that for it.
Because you can't do from PS2 to PS3 because they got off of the x86 architecture for Sony.
JT, I understand that. Like I said,
we understand.
I'm not doubting what you're saying. I'm not saying
you downloaded the game. So how are you supposed to do it then?
I am saying until they officially announce it, I'm going to hold doubt. Doesn't mean I'm not going to believe it. I'm just going to have that small bit of doubt.
Which is fair.
Wait, what was that, Michaela?
I said, but what if you have to download it? I mean, not what if you have to download, but what if you downloaded your games? You're telling me they're going to allow you to port your downloaded library on there? If they do, that'd be great. But if they don't, your games are lost for good.
Yeah. So, like, look, as I said, I'm not saying that you're wrong, JT. I'm just saying the facts and everything is speculation.
And the same architecture will run it.
Yo, no, I was just saying the specs and I mean the speculations and the facts and everything points that it will be backwards compatible. I'm just holding that little bit of doubt simply because of the fact that they have not yet to officially announce that it is backwards compatibility. That's it. Simply because of the fact that look, there's been a lot of things that I have high expectations for, and I've been cucked because of the fact that let's put it this way: people and logic just don't mix ever. In the business sense, logic doesn't exist because if logic is not with money, then there's no logic whatsoever. Simple as that. That's what I've seen from these big companies. And that's just the sad truth and part about it all. Because, good Lord, can you imagine the amount of money the PS3 could have made? Well, I mean, like, or the PS3 to PS4 could have made if all the games are backwards compatibility. The PS2 library was huge. And guess what? When I bought my gaming laptop, I have access to all the PS2 library now because I can just torrent and download all the games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how it is. Like, I mean, you know, I just hold that doubt just in case because I'm tired of getting cucked. Like, it's terrible.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's terrible. I don't know. Like, I have a lot of expectations from these game companies, and like I say, you know, I would like to see the PS5. I would love to see the games coming out for it. But as we've talked about before, as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, and as soon as I beat that witchcraft of a beautiful game,
Facts.
I'm going to slow down on my gaming. So because of the fact that I feel like I need to take a break, and it's like gamers fatigue. You know, you play so much games, it's like you're comparing all these older series to these new stuff. I'm not letting these new stuff shine out. Now, when Cyber comes out, I'm going to enjoy that too because the last good FPS game that had a story mode I loved the most for that single player that I last played was BioShock because, whoo boy, BioShock was on my top list for a while. That and what was that other one that we were talking about, JT?
Cyberpunk?
No, not Cyberpunk. Order
or the 1886.
I love that game.
I need a sequel or something for that game.
Bro.
That would be
Okay,
fantastic.
that's a great segue. What are some games in the future you're looking forward to? And what are some games that you would like to be made in the future? Go.
Okay, Capcom, you're listening, right? You're not listening, but if you're listening,
I'm gonna jump on top of that Capcom with you in a second.
All we gotta do is just tweet them with the second episode.
I've already tweeted them, so like, I'm ahead.
They know.
Look,
okay,
I'm gonna go last.
You're making a Resident Evil 2 remake, right? That is great. That's cool. Everything, but forget that. I need a Resident Evil 3 remake, okay, Capcom? Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, Jill, all that. I need it.
Stars.
Once you're done, stars. Yeah, anyway, and then after that, I'm gonna need a Dino Crisis remake because
that's really never gonna happen. Oh shit!
Yeah,
I need the Dino Crisis remake, Capcom. Okay, that's all I need from you. Resident Evil 3 remake, Dino Crisis remake. Make it happen.
Yo, if Capcom, go ahead because you have some shit to say about.
But you already okay. I have one series, and you know damn well where I'm going with it. Capcom, y'all just dropped the Mega Man X collection on the PS4.
Guy.
I know that messed up a lot, bro. Before that, on the DS, we had Mega Man Zero collection, bro. Where is my goddamn Battle Network collection? 1 through 6 on the Nintendo Switch.
On the Switch?
I swear, it sells so much. Please, that's all I need in my life.
Yo, so if that's the case, Capcom, I see you put that Onimusha collection out. Okay, you're talking about that Onimusha collection. I see you. All right, remake. Give me a new Onimusha. Give me a new Onimusha.
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
the where Dark Souls originated. Okay, give me.
Yeah,
I want it.
Yeah.
Capcom request. Since we going around.
Okay, on the same subject, why do companies hate money? Like, there are so many remakes that they can make.
Okay.
No, here's why.
Capcom actually has been doing well.
Capcom doing well.
Capcom is slapping us with some games.
Okay, you're right.
In the past year, we got Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
Yeah. We got Monster Hunter World.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, Capcom's doing well.
You got your Mega Man X collection.
Which, oh boy.
Making Resident Evil 2. They had Marvel vs. Capcom, which isn't a bad game. It just had like characters. Like
it's actually not a bad fighting game.
Look, Capcom has been making average to good games. They haven't made a bad game in a minute. Capcom is slapping us with games so far.
Okay. I guess what I'm going with is like you take a company like Bethesda that makes Skyrim for every console and your car.
I'm not gonna talk about Bethesda.
we can't talk about Bethesda. They're like
That's a different breed, bro.
Okay, I understand the different breed. I'm saying I need an intermediate between Bethesda making Skyrim for every console and like Nintendo needing to remake so many GameCube games that I just need on the Switch. Like, give me
They're too many remaking Wii U games right now. Give them some time.
Yeah.
bro, no, give me Sunshine. Put Sunshine on the Switch, bro. I'm just hella nostalgic with
Wow.
my goodness,
Damn,
bro.
yeah.
I'm basic with it, man. Just remake all these games that are so far back.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I would buy the hell out of that. Simple as that. But that's just me, though.
Damn. Just. Oh my
Anything?
goodness.
Give me.
What you got?
Oh, you haven't actually said yours. You say your piece.
No. Go because the Dave said mine for the most part because I don't really play much Capcom games like that, unfortunately.
So for me, you kind of messed me up with that Danganronpa V3.
Oh my god.
You messed me up. All right. Did you play Danganronpa V3?
I did.
Yo, so I need to find out if that was a lie or not. So you gonna have to come up with another.
This man got stuck with that ending Inception. That ambiguous ending.
They messed me up. Because every game up until that point, and this is I'm not gonna. This is no spoilers. This is no spoilers.
No spoiler. Yeah, spoiler free.
Every game up until that point has been about the fight of hope and despair.
Yeah.
This was the first game you could lie.
Yeah, it was. Well, no. It's the first game where you played on despair. You weren't on the hope side, in my opinion. And that's what made because like most of these games, you're always playing as the villain, as a villain, but you never really get a game aside from back in the day where you get to play as a villain.
I hate those.
And I love those games. Like when Mars Attack, that was one of my all-time favorites as a villain. Or like. And that's what made Grand Theft Auto GTA so popular because you're playing what normally is a bad dude essentially,
right?
But in GTA, yeah.
But yeah, the thing is that with this game, it's always do the right thing.
Yes.
Do the right thing.
You're always on like this whole justice noble side of the games.
Nope. Now you can lie.
Yeah. This one,
Kokichi, he always know when you lie. So
yeah.
But that's not. But it's just the fact that you could.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the game could lie to you back.
Yes.
That's the thing that made it so interesting.
Well, here's my thing. So to go a little bit back on last episode, the whole anime aspect. The one reason why Danganronpa is so great, seeing it as a game medium and as an anime medium, is it takes mystery solving to a whole new level. Like it really goes into like the human, I guess, psyche about things, and the way these guys program, the way they have these characters set up, these scenarios and these different alternate endings, it's just so well done.
It really is. And the thing is that he makes characters that seem like they have such a ridiculous trope.
Yeah.
Into something else, like Tenko. Yeah. Tenko is the perfect example of a character who I thought was just, this character is just a character that is the generic I hate men. In actuality, the reason why she is the way that she is what? The Aikido master? Right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And so her thing is that, I don't like men, right? I don't like men. The reason why she doesn't like men is because when she grew up, this is just during her like daily stuff. You can interact with all the characters. But so what happened is she was a kid and she had temper issues. Her parents took her to this guy who was a Aikido master, and they ended up creating a new form of Aikido together, right?
Yep.
And he ended up being a father figure to her and would basically be like, watch out for men, blah, 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 all this other stuff. The kind of stuff that you necessarily just tell your daughter.
Yeah.
She took it to the extreme, thinking that if she were to actually be around men, she would lose her ability to perform Aikido well.
Yep.
And that's why she hates men. You're just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
Something so small.
Yeah.
Changed that character's entire personality.
Yeah. See, what we're trying to go into for people who don't really get what we're trying to say is the writers, the way how far he goes in depth of their like traumatic experiences is amazing. How it flourished into the characters that you are presented when you play this game. Like, it's It is so magical. Like, in my opinion, there is no better crime solving or like mystery game than Danganronpa. Like, it's in the
Ace Attorney.
what's up?
Yo, real talk. I dig Danganronpa over Ace Attorney.
Yeah, no, I'll put money on it. If you told me, so there's an Ace Attorney game on the mobile. I'm a really big mobile gamer too. On the mobile, if they put Danganronpa on the mobile, I would immediately just delete everything I have and play that Danganronpa game like hell.
Oh boy.
Like,
Danganronpa is the truth.
yeah, like I play Star Ocean on my phone. I have the Shin Megami Tensei game on my phone.
Ocean on the mobile?
Yeah, bro, it's so clean.
Which
It's like
one? 3?
no, it's its own separate thing, but the way the game plays, it plays like the over from the. Okay, let me just give a shout out for them. My free propaganda. Shin Megami Tensei Atlas. All right, these people made a mobile game, and the game plays the same exact format as they do on the DS. Only difference is you have stamina, but it goes from choosing character, storytelling, even old like devils that you see in the old games are in here, but they're updated, so they have 3D format with them. It is so clean, bro. You have to download it. And the best part, here's the best part, people. It's free to download.
Ooh, so I gotta pay later. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No. This is the best part. What you're paying is just to help you progress in the game faster. But if you
like
are like
all
me,
of the games,
yeah. Well, yeah, but here's the best part about mobile games that are free to have good stories. You can just grind out. If you're an RPGer or like an MMO player or a raider like I am for Destiny and such, just grind these games out and you basically get the good units for free for the most part. If you're lazy, you just want to go quickly, you just pay an extra few bucks, bam, you got your free unique unit. But I don't mind grinding it out because that gives me something to do at work when I'm bored or something. Like the 3 hours I'm sitting, I can just grind it. When you paid 3 seconds for a new unit, you finish up that chapter within 30 minutes, now you're bored again. What I took in 3 hours has expanded. So now I've like not only saved money, but I literally have completely wasted my time in the efficient manner the way I wanted to. But yeah, if they gave a Danganronpa game, I delete my Digimon game, I delete my Final Fantasy Exodus, everything gone.
But the sword art, bro. The
sword art, I don't know. I kind of grinded a lot in that Sword Art Online game. I have
You really did.
so much money in it right now. I'm so trash for playing that right now, but it's so good. And it's free, guys. So like, if you bought GGO Online for the PS4, I hate to break your hearts and tell it to you guys, but there's a Sword Art Online. It's called Sword Art Online Effectual Factor on the mobiles. It's essentially Iron Cards, the first part of Sword Art Online, the game itself. It doesn't follow the anime or so and so, but like the actual game RPG setting of what they were stuck in on your mobile phone. You can customize your own characters, and everything is essentially free. If you want to get higher skills units and stuff, that's the only thing that's gotcha in the game is the skills. But you get so much like free stuff for completed quests that you don't even need it. Like I have all the best skills simply by grinding through the game and just re-rolling it at the right amount of time and moment. Yeah. Boom. Like it's the best part about mobile gaming. Well, I'm picky about mine. So if you guys want a list for good mobile games, just drop in a comment. I don't mind dropping it for you.
Oh, Vincent, don't hurt these people.
If you're hot trash like me and waste time, I can drop that list down for you guys.
I've been trying to play mobile games at work, then I'm like, oh no, I can't do it with this.
Let's actually kind of like segue part of this topic into it. I wasn't really planning to talk about it.
About my games?
Oh yeah, let's hear that actually. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's go.
Go, JG.
Even though you don't have a console, but okay, we'll listen though.
After you let us know, I gotta run.
Okay, yeah.
I have a couple. Chrono Trigger, I would like to be redone.
Okay.
I mean, they just put it on PC. You know?
Yeah, they just put it on PC.
I don't want a 2-bit 8.
Big oof.
I want a full-fledged Dragon Quest-esque Chrono Trigger.
They might be working on it.
I mean, they still trying to get. We gotta get Final Fantasy 7 first. One game at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo,
one is
that
Destroy All Humans reboot.
Oh yes, yes. Destroy All Humans. Give it to me.
That was a blockbuster special.
It was,
bro. I've rented that game so much.
It was.
Also, but my number one. I've been asking for this game for the longest. If Capcom, listen to me, please. Capcom, please.
Capcom, we got a lot for you, brother.
Please. Beautiful Joe.
Ooh. Oh, I need that.
Mention a go-go, baby.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Please, Capcom.
Those beautiful finishes. Oh my gosh, I need it.
If you can just give me a beautiful, I don't even need a reboot. Just give me the PS2 port.
I mean,
and let me play it on the PS5. That's
no.
it.
If you get it on PC, you can get it
right now.
Right now. Actually, I can download it right now as we say this.
Actually,
you right? just to bring me and Mrs. Points about the PC. We can do that right now. Actually, we don't have to pay a dime.
Konami, real shit. I know you're not gonna listen to me.
They don't listen to nobody.
They don't listen to anybody
because they can't understand English for starters. But
bruh.
But sell your rights to Zone of the Enders to somebody that can actually that will continue it.
Yes.
I don't want you putting out that mobile game is making me tight. Okay.
Oh, I have another one. CTR. I need it.
CTR?
Crash Team Racing.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I need a reboot.
Like I need it
of that game because all the hands that these dudes online are about to get if that game drops. I'm telling y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got to say.
That was like the first Mario Kart, wasn't it? That was essentially
no, Mario Kart was the first Mario. Like, Mario
was it really?
Started this, but
no, if we go into racing games, and Jerome, we've had this conversation before, because you either love or hate this game. Double Dash.
Oh,
I need that.
I mean, Mario Kart 8 stress that is though.
Yo,
either that, or I just need a Double Dash mode in the new Mario Kart. That's it.
They might give it to you. Actually,
Mario Party.
Plug,
yo, this
Sonic Racing R is coming out. I need people to pick that up because I need.
Bro, I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
Exactly.
Yo, so another one from myself would be, I just forgot it. Oh my god. Oh, I hate when that happens.
You got it, bro. Just you know.
It was a racing. Oh, GGC special, guys. Blur 2.
You trying to wreck friendships there, bro?
With Takahashi?
Yeah, like if I can get those games, like I've given up on my Jack and Daxter reboot. I would love that.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on, Jake, hold on a second. No, I'm pretty sure I shared something earlier today about that.
I was surprised that you were Spyro. That was a real big surprise.
Wait, Naughty Dog's not doing that, right, Bakumi? Or is that like a possibility?
Yo,
you that for PS4, the classics one though.
Away.
I just want Jack 2. If I can get Jack 2 and Jack 3, I'll be fine.
Let me just link it to you, bro. According to this IGN one, it's Jack and Daxter, Precursor Legacy, Jack 2, Jack 3, and Jack X Combat Racing. Sometime later this year.
Ooh,
buddy.
Oh my god, and I don't have a console!
Man, if only you had that thing that I just need 2 letters for. What is it again? PC?
Was it PC? Yeah. Ooh wee.
Master Race?
Oh,
and I'm a PS4 player, bro. Please.
I want Michaela to change his photo on the Google Hangouts to the Pope and have a PC as the head. PC Master Race.
Yo.
Y'all don't understand. There's only 2 reasons why I don't get on PC. One is because a lot of my friends don't play on PC, so I won't be able to play them. And 2, I like to use controller, and I'll get wrecked if I don't use controller.
Yeah, I can do
you get the touch controller. You can touch the controller to your PC. So JT, to go back what we were talking about before, do you realize that
recto?
No. For me, a lot of these single player games that are usually for a PS4 and such, I actually played them on my gaming computer.
Yeah.
I don't actually I would not buy a new console for a RPG game because I can get it all on my console and it runs better and it's on the go. But I only get these main consoles because I love the gaming community as in the aspect that I get to play with my friends online.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
I gotta run. So
okay. Oh, bro, you take it easy, man.
Right, take it easy. Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, bro.
Tomorrow.
It's all good, man. We'll catch you tomorrow. All right, man.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Yep. We'll talk again, though. We'll talk next episode.
All right, Michaela, you take it easy, bro. We'll see you again, bro.
Later, bro. Bro, the only reason, well, I guess compounding reasons why I wouldn't get a gaming PC is because if I had to build a rig, first of all, that's all that money that I still need for a laptop for school, just based on the program I'm in. So I just try to use my laptop now.
No,
you know,
but I have a gaming laptop though.
Yeah, but okay, I'm just broke college student status. Honestly, that's the other thing.
I mean, I
That's
was
real.
too. I was too. This laptop I have right now is really nice. Like she runs pretty good. Now I'm not gonna say she's better than some of these these actual like desktops, but she runs pretty good with them though.
That's fair.
Yeah, but at the same time, but I will say that's the reason why consoles are sold more. It's simply because of the fact that I don't like calling it the lazy man's out, but it's definitely more convenient though.
Definitely, without a doubt, man.
Yeah, like you don't have the headaches of knowing what to put in and such because some people don't have the time. That's just the reality of it. But at the same time, that's why my expectations for these new consoles is slightly higher. And to go back to what you were saying, JT, I'm not going to be. The reason why I'm disappointed if they go up in prices is simply because of the fact that I am on the lower end of the economic chain, so to say. So it's not like I don't want these consoles. I just don't have the money to pay for.
I totally understand, man. Like I understand what y'all are talking about. It's just like I would want, like, bro, don't get me wrong. If they can give me like the PS5 for $400, I'm initiating ski mask mode. Okay. Like I'm initiating the ski mask because that's
in my opinion. I think the magic number that they will never exceed is 500. And if you tell me it's 500 for the PS5, I'm not going to be.
I think it is going to be 500, but I don't know how that's going to go.
I don't understand how being $500 is so for like that blows my mind. I mean, like what?
Because
there's at a certain point where what consumers ask for, the businesses just can't do.
Well, Jake, I'm just saying, in the history of consoles, going over 400 has never really looked promising.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have had this conversation too before.
We already had this conversation.
We had this yesterday.
Yeah, like
we said we wanted to save it for.
It's not. I'm not just saying this out of nowhere. Like I'm just using you go back and look at all the consoles that were over $400 and tell me which one was super successful.
Yeah.
Even the PS4 Pro, like I said, it's only selling one PS4 Pro for every 5 or 6 PlayStation regulars. Like if you take the Pro and look at it by itself, it's not doing that great.
It's actually a waste of money compared to
regular. If you take the Xbox One X and compare it to the sales of the Xbox One S, it ain't doing that great.
Yeah.
Only extremists like us want the Pro and the X. Most people just buy an S and they're fine.
Literally, the Pro and X is for the gaming community. That's really what it is. Like, it's just for the people who were like, I wish I had higher graphics stuff. Like the people that you're talking about complaining.
I think it was working prototype to see what they were going to do for the PS5.
No. If, in my opinion, I feel like they have a pretty good, solid grip of what they want for the PS5. What they're just not too sure, like the unknown, what they're testing the water on is just the prices and just the marketing aspect of it.
Honestly,
do y'all think they made the Pro for VR?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like they made the Pro to make VR better.
Yes, yeah, I think that was part of it. And I do think your 4K streaming thing was right too, Jerron. I didn't mean to say it wasn't. It was right. It's just that I honestly do think they made it to test to see how their 4K checkerboarding and super sampling was going to do on the mainstream. Like to give that piece of information analytics back to the first party studios to see what they can improve on how they're going to do next gen. I do think I think the Switch is a working prototype to see what Nintendo really wants to do with their next iteration, which won't come until I have kids. So, because that's how Nintendo is. I would want it to be affordable. But I'm just not gonna be the person to like really honestly be angry at these people, especially if you give me like something that actually looks like a 4K image and I can play things at 60 frames per second and I can play things at 1080p 60 frames per second and I can stream 4K and you have a 4K Blu-ray player and you have more terabytes on the hard drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, like that's what I'm saying. I don't think I'll get angry. I'm just going to complain about the price. That's literally about it. Like,
I'm still gonna buy the console. I'm just not gonna buy it.
I just like, but to be fair, I think a lot of people just like to complain just because it's just
we ain't got nothing else to do.
Part of people, yeah, it's just our nature. Like for example, whenever I work, I hate
us complaining is different than people actually like getting on a soapbox.
Well, most people are actually getting,
and then the next day they go out and buy it. I'm like, come on, guys. Like you can be a word consumer and see if like this is a bad move for the company and be like, oh, that price is a little bit too high and keep it at that. Like that's what we keep it to. There are gonna be people to make think pieces about this stuff and then go buy it. And I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And that's my only point. Is like don't be super vocal about it and then like backtrack and say, oh yeah, I bought it and it's great. I'm like, bruh, it was gonna be great.
Yeah.
These are just good consoles in the first place. But I also think another reason why I think the sales will be good regardless of the price, reasonable price, albeit, is because I think Xbox fans are going to be hype for the new generation. And because of the console wars, it's going to force these Sony fanboys to get excited. And then whatever they give us, we're going to be excited for.
In my opinion, I think that's the sad thing about this whole console war thing is the fact that people have taken it to be where it's competing with each other. It's no longer of like, oh, this console has this. Oh, this looks cool to have too. It's just
what happened to the days where I had an F360 and my friend had a PS3 and we just like, yo, I want to play PS3 today, so I went to his house. And like, yo, I want to play Xbox 360 today. I want to go to his house. Like why? Like why we at each other's throats now? Like just enjoy what you enjoy.
My thing is, where did this animosity come from?
Yes,
that's what makes me.
PS3, Xbox 360.
Dude, we all had both consoles back in the day.
But towards the end, in the beginning of this generation we're in now, is where it all started. Because this generation is actually an anomaly because this was the first generation where a console dropped that was more powerful and cheaper.
Yeah.
That never happened. Most of the time, a console that was more expensive was also more powerful. This is the first generation where Sony dropped a system that's more powerful, but is $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
So it threw everybody through a loop because Xbox is automatically supposed to be more powerful, but it wasn't. It threw everybody off.
I think it really started with a 360 and a PS3.
It did.
That's just where it started. How and why, I honestly can't really speculate on it because it's just
because America was winning in the games.
And like
let's say it goes back to we have an American product and we're actually winning.
Hey.
We got to hype it up, even though, as I always say, people might disagree with me, but Xbox was winning not because of Xbox, it's because Sony messed up. Not because of what Xbox did, it's because Sony messed up.
Let me ask you this. What year, like around the time era, when did the PS3 and the Xbox 360 drop? I'm trying to see something.
I think PS3 came out a year later.
Xbox. 06 PlayStation, 05 Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was about to go off of the social media and like streaming because when you have apples and oranges comparison and you have something like social media, we can go and voice your opinion. This one's gonna be like, oh, mine is better. The whole thing about justifying your purchase and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, it really started more. You gotta go like 2010 when online gaming got popular. Because the whole argument really started was that Xbox Live is better than PSN.
And you know what? But it also started that you
didn't
pay for Xbox Live compared to PSN.
Yeah, so it was like on one side, it's like Xbox Live is way better than PSN, and it's like but PSN is free, so get on free. That's kind of where it started, and it just kept escalating from there.
It escalated to being the whole console and into games, and that's when exclusive became a big thing for the PS4 and Xbox One generation. Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah,
makes sense. Like y'all understand, my one of my roommates that had an Xbox One, this guy's been bugging me for the past 2 years about why don't you have an Xbox, blah blah blah, all this nonsense and stuff, right? This man legitimately came with me yesterday. No, sorry. Okay, 2 days ago, since it's Sunday now. We went to Best Buy. He bought the new Spider-Man PS4. Started playing the game. He literally hit our group chat up like maybe 3 hours ago during our first episode, and he was saying, "I'm selling my Xbox for $100."
And you know why?
Why?
Because at the end of the day, no matter how much console warring we going on Twitter, if you're a gamer, you want to play the best games.
Exactly
how it is. There's a whole bunch of Xbox dudes on Twitter right now that's talking about Spider-Man, but in their secret house, whatever, they got a PS4 and they're playing Spider-Man right now. This is what it is.
Here's my issue about it. Because whenever I'm just again, I'm using my roommate off an example because this is what I'm experiencing right now. Whenever he'd ask me why do you have a PS4, simple, all the games I want are on this console. Like, no offense to Xbox, but the only games that I really think of exclusively, and correct me if I'm wrong, are the Forza Horizon racing games and Halo.
I got my Halo, Gears, and Forza. Sorry.
And the thing is, with next year,
don't give that idiot a shout out on this podcast, sir.
No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm just using it as an example, man.
No, but the thing is, the best part is next year, if you have a decent computer, you're going to get access to Halo, which is why I'm super happy.
There aren't many things on Xbox that really interest me because I'm not really an FPS person.
But I need Horizon 4 though.
Okay. Watching you and other friends play Forza Horizon 3 was pretty fun though, but I'm not really a racing person like that either.
Yeah.
Like, so going off of that, PlayStation and Nintendo have the games I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So all this time we've been arguing, quote unquote, with why I don't have an Xbox. I keep telling them like, hey, I'm not saying you sell your Xbox. If what Xbox has caters to what you want, keep it.
Yeah.
Like that's not an issue. When you
I think we said that in the beginning part of the podcast that when you guys were out was that the thing is Xbox is heavy focus on FPSs and racing game.
Yeah,
PlayStation is heavy on JRPGs or /RPGs.
Yeah.
And what was it? Fighting games.
Yeah.
And me being the nerdy guy I am. Yeah.
And the sad part is now that Sony has now stepped foot into the FPS world, they are now making more genre games than, in my opinion, any of the other two.
Yeah. Like, okay, so this is my thing. As a jaded Xbox fan, I call myself that. That's my nickname for the podcast, the jaded Xbox fan.
Wow.
I would tell Xbox fans to honestly just buy a PlayStation, fam. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Just go buy one. It's not going to burn your skin. Dude, they have the best games. They have the most critically acclaimed, best cinematic immersive experiences you can buy right now.
Especially if
on top of your install base will be 40 more million people.
Yep.
And you're gonna have the multi-plat. Y'all swear that your console plays the best at. And it's like, that's just not true, man. I don't understand where Xbox fans have internalized this narrative that multi-plats are the only thing that y'all have. Or that's the only way. It's the only place you can play multi-plats. Like, Xbox fans care.
That fan is the only place. It's the best place.
Okay.
I think they have internalized that, and it's stupid because, Jerron, if it really was the best place, why are they 50 million install units down? If multiplats are the games that come out the most,
because they're saying that it looks the best and runs the best on the X.
But again, I asked them, you're not giving me any logical facts. Why are you 50 million down? Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Xbox fans. But like, what sense does that make? You are still 50 million units down from these people. So literally the argument doesn't work, because if they really did play, if multiplats really played that bad or played worse on PlayStation, we would be hearing about it.
Yeah.
But we don't.
No, they don't play. See, the problem is they don't play worse on PS4. They just look a little bit less crisp. And that's a marginal little bit. This dude on YouTube, Larry did an experiment where, because he has a Pro and an X, and he had a Rise of the Tomb Raider, and he put them on. He had two 4K TVs, so he put them both up, and he went to his family that doesn't game, and he said, "Look at these two images. Which one looks better?" And they literally said they're basically the same then they pointed to the X and they said, okay, the rocks right here do look a little bit sharper, but I have to look for that. If I'm actually watching it, I'm not going to care. So yes, the X does look a little bit better. We can't say it doesn't. The X looks a little bit better. It's more powerful.
That's a beautiful machine that Microsoft built. Don't get me. You're not going to hear me bad about Microsoft other than their games. I think their online services are better. I think their game services are better. I think their controllers better. I think they do nicer stuff for their community. Like there's things Microsoft does well. It's just the thing that they were doing last generation, which was giving you good first party titles. They're not doing that anymore. That's the only problem, and I don't understand why Xbox fans just can't keep it at that and be like, yeah. And one other thing, and I think it's probably gonna be my last tease about Xbox. Mm-hmm. Why I consider them pathetic, and there's gonna be this one person that Jerron knows what I'm talking about. Why I consider that person pathetic about this is that you don't hold the brand that you associate yourself to a high enough standard. All you do is do whataboutisms. And I'm like, why are you not adding Phil Spencer every day and saying, hey, dude, all these PlayStation dudes are playing this great Spider-Man game. Where's our stuff? Mm-hmm. Which I'm like, playing. If you really love the brand, if you really love the brand, you will hold it to a high standard.
Yeah.
It's just as simple as that. So when you see your competition doing things at a high standard that the media and gamers and gaming media, all three say, yeah, they have the best place to play first party games, you should be asking, you shouldn't be going on Twitter searching out, trying to ruin a PlayStation fan's day. You should be checking your own community and being like, guys, what are we doing? This is regressive.
Yeah.
We're not putting the pressure on Microsoft to give us something other than Halo and Forza. Because let me tell you something. As much as I'm excited for Halo, and that's probably my favorite video game franchise, it's just another Halo game. I'm going to get the same gameplay experience. It might just look better. Like, what is new? And them purchasing 5 studios does not get me excited, all for the fact of I'm not going to see these games for 4 years. Mm-hmm. It might be a good telltale sign that Xbox is putting all their chips to the table, putting all their chips in the middle of the table and betting on next gen being a gen in which they try to, live up to the promise that they were trying to do this generation. But I don't think as a consumer since 2013, that's a good enough answer. Because to me, how Xbox fans keep saying that Sony's anti-consumer, do you understand how anti-consumer it is to come out with a console, the world's most powerful console, quote unquote, and then within 7 months, your CEO gets on E3 stage and say, we're working on a new console. So basically in 2 years, that world's most powerful console will be obsolete. And you really have done nothing software-wise to take advantage of it.
Yep.
That's anti-consumer as hell.
Okay,
but they don't want to talk about that.
We need to stop throwing around the word anti-consumer because we're using it in the wrong context.
Go off.
Do it.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring crossplay. I might bring crossplay into this, maybe.
Go off.
Ooh.
But okay, Sony not allowing crossplay is not anti-consumer. It might be a disadvantage for gamers. Mm-hmm. It doesn't help gamers in any way, but it's not anti-consumers. Sony anti-consumer is literally.
I see what you're going with.
Sony would have to take away something that we already have and charge me for it, or tell me why, make a BS reason of why I don't need it anymore.
Yeah. So what he's trying to say is, if Sony was to be anti-consumer, they would do things that will hurt their sales. Being not allowing crossplay isn't going to hurt their sales because, as in, if the whole negative, they've already made their money. Like, you're still going to buy from them.
Like Sony making Spider-Man exclusive, they're like, oh, it's Spider-Man. It shouldn't be exclusive. That's anti-consumer. No, because you have every right to go to a Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, Fry's, Kmart, whatever. Go buy you a PS4 and play Spider-Man. It's not anti-consumer. It's anti-you guys. It's anti your pocketbook.
A perfect example: BK's friend just went to go buy that PS4 Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking any rights from you.
Even more money. That's not anti-consumerism. That's being smart.
They're not hurting you in any way. You just gotta spend money, but they're not taking anything from you. They're not restricting you in any way. You just don't want to buy that console. That's why you're saying it's anti-consumer. It's not you mad because you don't like it, because you feel okay. I heard it somewhere. It's an entitlement problem.
Yeah.
The problem is that
go off, Jerron. Go off.
Is that people feel that they're entitled to games when they're not. Sony is not entitled to make games to put on other platforms.
Yeah.
Only entitled is to make games for its platform. That's the only consumers they gotta worry about. As long as Sony is making games that their consumers want, that's all they got to worry about. They don't gotta worry about Nintendo. They ain't gotta worry about Xbox. If y'all want crossplay with them, I'm not saying that crossplay is a bad thing. I don't want to. I really do not care if we get crossplay or not, honestly. Yeah. But if they don't want to work with Nintendo and Xbox, that's not anti-consumer. That's just I don't want to work with my competitors, and they have the right to do that.
Yep.
And it's funny because, excuse me, they saying Sony anti-consumer for not doing crossplay when Sony does the most crossplay out of all the three consoles. They just crossplay with mobile and PC, not their consumers. They don't want to crossplay with their competitors. I mean,
yep.
That's just how it is. So
then that's how it has been. Actually, just people don't.
That's how it has been. Everybody, okay.
People just now notice
Fortnite should have been cross progression.
Sure. That's all. Yeah,
I think that is something that everybody should ask for.
Yeah, that
cross.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Play? No, because I think even with cross progression, though, even with cross progression, besides Fortnite, we have never seen cross progression in any game. I know people who literally pick up 2K, Madden, Battlefield, Call of Duty for both platforms to play with both set of their friends, and they ain't none of them said, "Yo, I'm gonna have to start over on my Call of Duty and get prestige again." Like nobody cared to just do it because they're expected.
Yeah,
like, this not cross progression is not a norm. It would be cool. The only reason why it became an effect now is because we thought Epic, like it's an Epic account, so we figured it would just work everywhere.
Yeah, but the only game I think that people have ever actually considered being cross-play or cross-progressive was Destiny. When it first was talked about and released. Because during, like, they didn't confirm it whatsoever, but people speculated on such a how wide scale it was, and when it was dropped that it wasn't, that's what also hurt its sales too. But it goes back to what you were saying, though, like, there's never been in history of any game being announcing being cross-play or like saying it will be cross-play. There's been never a moment where I've seen that these games work, or these companies, I should say, not games, work together.
Exactly.
Like,
just weird.
And at the same time, if you think about it, people will say, "Oh, well, it makes it more money." Okay, if you look at the aspect of that, if Burger King and McDonald's decide to work together, they will both lose money. Not because they live off of competing each other. That's how they make their dough. It's like people are like, "Oh, well, McDonald's gonna." I'm like, McDonald's ain't gonna be throwing some of these people away. McDonald's needs some of these people because if McDonald's became the number one fast food chain, or if McDonald's became the only fast food chain restaurant in the entire world, I would never eat McDonald's. It's good. It's the same thing. Like I would like the reason why you eat at multiple fast food chain is because you want something different every day. So you're telling me that you're going to like. So is this? I'm looking at that at the same time I'm looking at these games. So I'm like that's the reason why this whole idea of a power box that can play all these games on multiple such is never going to happen. Is because these game companies, they're not going to let this happen, or these console companies are not going to let this happen. if I was to come out saying that, oh, I have a new console that can play both PS4 and Xbox One games, and they both work with the online so-and-so, I can guarantee you I won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll kill you overnight. Simple
yeah, I like they're gonna show up that press conference. I'm like, hey, where did he go? You know, did he get scared? Where the jitterness finally got to, huh? Or better yet, one of those companies say, I will buy you out right now. And you know what? My poor sorry ass is gonna be like, yeah, I'll take the money. Let's go.
No, man. Then the news for the next day would be like, local man commits suicide.
Exactly. It's just, you know, it goes back to what we've been saying this entire episode. At the end of the day, they're focused on the money.
Yeah, it's a business, man. You can't really blame them. Come on.
Because they make it where I can buy Call of Duty one time. Mm-hmm. Okay, first of all, it doesn't just hurt the console manufacturers. It actually hurts the game developers too. Because people like EA, Activision, they're bank on you buying it twice.
Yeah.
They don't want you to buy Call of Duty once and play on two systems. They want you to buy Call of Duty twice on two different systems so they can get the profit from both those systems.
Money. Yeah.
So it's not even just a console manufacturer thing. It's also a
studio thing now.
It's a studio thing now. So and you think Ubisoft, EA, and all those people want that? They don't want that.
Yeah.
That was the only thing they had with Fortnite is that it was an Epic account. Everybody thought they'd be able to use the Epic account wherever they wanted to.
Yeah.
But they figured out Sony locked it.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to get mad at Sony. But no, don't get mad. You can't put all the blame on Sony. You also gotta put blame on Epic because Epic knew teaming up with Sony that Sony was going to lock they're going to lock their account. They already knew. You can't tell me they didn't know.
Yeah, you can't tell me that they didn't already write that up in the contract. Like
that's in the contract.
Yeah.
So Epic coming out saying, "Oh, it's up to Sony. We can't do anything about it." Yeah, but you still decided to do it. Why? Because you knew teaming up with Sony was going to make you more money.
Yep.
So you did it anyway. So you can get mad at be mad at Sony. That's fine. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But
I say you can
Epic too.
But it ain't going to change anything. Like if anything, if you want to be progressive about it, make it cross progressive. That's it.
Yeah.
And you know, the only reason we really expected that from Fortnite because of the Epic Games being a third party, you know.
Yeah.
Company.
But the thing is, I also agree with Jerron though. If the fact that I think the reason why they didn't make it cross progressive is to build off what Jerron said, is because now if you want your favorite skin that you play on your PS4, you got to get it again.
Oh yeah, that makes me a stupid amount of money.
Yeah,
and Sony has exclusive skins for Sony.
Yeah,
so they don't want you on your Nintendo Switch using a PS4 skin. They want people to buy it on PS4 because they need people to buy it on a PSN store so they get a cut of that.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's all a money thing. I'm pretty sure if a PS5 came out and Sony really wanted to, they could be like, "Oh yeah, it's crossplay. It's crossplay now. Go ahead, have fun." But right now, they don't need to do that. They just like, "Yo, we got the best place to play. You're gonna come to PS4 anyway, so we don't gotta do that."
Yeah,
that might be a cocky attitude to say, but it's not. It's not lying.
It's not a lie either.
You come to PS4. You're getting Spider-Man. You're getting Ghost of Tsushima.
Yep.
Yep.
Like you're getting God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. You haven't played it yet. Like you're getting that. You're getting Uncharted. Like, so you're coming here anyway. So we just gotta wait it out.
Yeah, essentially. That's just the thing.
Okay, guys. One last topic before we call it a night.
Right.
Or a morning.
We're getting there.
What would y'all like to see each company do next gen from Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft? I'll start. Mine's pretty quick. For Microsoft, fix your first party thing. It looks like y'all buying the studios. Y'all bought some good studios. Fix that. Nintendo, improving your Switch.
The online multiplayer.
Online. And more importantly, in my opinion, continue with your third-party support. This is probably the best third-party support Nintendo's gotten in a console in a very long time. So
Yeah.
continue that relationship. And with Sony, I think they should just keep the ship going the way it is, come out with a better system. But one thing they need to do, in my opinion, is fix their servers for the PSN and get PS Now into Game Pass territory with Xbox. Like, you got to be able to compete with these guys when it comes to that service next gen, because that is the one thing that's making Xbox really good narrative wise is doing well for Microsoft, and money wise is doing well for them. So I think if Sony was to come out next year and say PS Now, you can now download PS2, PS3, PS4 games, and it's a yearly subscription. You just have to pay it once a year. And you could play games, and like they announced like a whole bunch of PS2, PS3, PS4 titles that we all loved. I think that would be a huge selling point for that game, because then you can just get the new system and that subscription and you'll be good. But that's really it. I just want to hear what y'all have to say.
I mean, looking into it now, I don't have much complaints, like software, like customer service wise, aside from what you've already said. So because of the fact that, like, you know, it's just, I think all companies are doing good except for Microsoft, unfortunately. And it makes me sad to say that, because I started off with a Xbox before I even got my PS2, which was
I didn't even have a PS2, bro. I was strictly Xbox. I was Xbox from 01 to 2010, because after that second Ray Ring of Death, I dropped them like a heart attack.
Oh no.
So, no, like I said, from that aspect, I don't have much to say on, simply because of the fact that it is what it is in that matter. Like, because like I said before, the reason why the same policy why I don't talk about politics is simply because of the fact that we can say all these facts and things, but it's not like it's going to change or do anything unless it has the word money involved in it.
Yeah.
Which what you said, JT, does have better finance and money involved into it, because if you can fix that stuff up, they'll make more money in that matter.
Well, I'm gonna say Microsoft, same thing Jake said. Get some games, get some good games. You got these new studios. Hopefully the games are good, make people want to come back. Because after that, like, you got a good box right now. You got good services.
Mm-hmm.
You just need exclusives and good. Okay, let's rephrase that. You need good exclusives, and people will come back to you. That's it. Nintendo, I need y'all to just go ahead, drop the 3DS, make the Switch the new 3DS.
Yeah, you read my mind right there.
And what's name? And come out with another traditional console. That's all I need you to do. That's all. Because Mario is always going to be Mario. Zelda's going to be Zelda. You got the third-party support now. People are on your side now. So get your online straight. Drop the 3DS. Make the Switch the new 3DS. Make an additional console.
They're actually not going to do that, because I heard they're making like a few more games for 3DS that's coming up.
I know they still need to drop the 3. Like, why? When you have a Switch that's portable already, like,
bro, let's put it this way: the 3DS is what, $300?
Way less now, but like
Nintendo.
Still.
If you are listening, I hope you tag them at this too by the end of this podcast. If you drop the 3DS and put a 3DS like a 3DS card port into the next model Switch, and you price that bitch at $400, I will pay $450 to get that. If you're telling me I can get a Switch that has a 3DS port into it,
boy,
I will pay money for that immediately on the spot. Whatever edition, I will drop money for it. If you guys do that, that's all I ask for.
And then Sony, all I want Sony to do, keep on coming out with these games, and you gotta get some services up. Like, I understand you're doing it the traditional console way, but we do need some services. PS Now, I see they're working on it. They're trying to let you download PS4 games, but we need to be able to download the other ones too, because nobody's trying to stream, like, especially in America. Our internet infrastructure isn't set up for that yet. So Just get your services in order. Drop PS View because we don't need that. We got YouTube TV, and yeah, keep making these games. Don't cuck us in the next console because we already saw what y'all do on PS3 when y'all get cocky. So I need y'all to tone that down a little bit. That's all I gotta say.
Kumi?
I mean, you guys have honestly summarized almost every point I wanted to say about each company. So starting from Nintendo, essentially, yeah, online services, get that straight. I really like just bouncing off what Jerome was saying. I really do want to get rid of the 3DS because I've had one. I don't think I've really turned mine on since January, and I've had a Switch since May. I just don't use it like that anymore. So find a way to integrate that into the Switch. I don't think I necessarily need a home console and then make the Switch portable. I'd be fine if the Switch like functioned as both the portable and the home console. Like I'd be fine with that. But I just don't think the 3DS has a use like that anymore. Microsoft, yeah, we're all on the same page about that. They got their companies they're getting with, get their exclusives up, jump back in, the little versus console, do what they got to do. Sony, keep doing what they're doing, just maintain it and just go from there. I guess my main gripes with Nintendo, honestly, and those online services, we need to do something about that. Because Smash Bros. Jumps in December, and boy, I need that to be crisp.
And they don't have party chat, I'm going to be highly upset.
I'm going to be angry. Daddy Sakurai, please. I need it. Anyways, yeah, that's all mine.
Well, guys, we completed episode 2 in the same day. That's nuts.
Boy, oh my goodness.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
You might want to on that so we can.
Well, we gotta do an outro. Like,
oh, okay. Oh,
I didn't know. Like, what is this?
Like I said, guys, this RNVP episode 2.
Episode 3 will be focused on music and sports.
Yes,
but my ignorant self will be there for that because, as you know, my knowledge can only go for so far.
Yes. If you like the episode, please give us a like.
Subscribe, share, comment, blah blah blah. Feedback.
Please comment. We need the feedback. We knew it here.
Honestly, we want to know what we're doing.
Pretty
like
much,
what
guys.
I don't like, man.
Yeah.
Like, let us know, right?
Don't come sideways in the comments, guys. Be nice in the comments.
No, come sideways. I want to hear. I want to see the bit.
No, hey,
we want all this.
Wait. For you guys' health, don't come sideways. They will flame you. Oh gosh.
We want all the smoke.
All of it.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna call it a wrap on that.
Deuce.